Words.
Dude,
There
that's
we
such
go.
a dude. They're releasing another dual power.
The podcast is sponsored by Dual
We're
Power.
fucking on.
Wait, are we actually?
Yeah.
No, shut the fuck up. Take that shit.
Sponsoring
No,
Dual-
fuck you.
Yes. You,
All right, everybody, welcome
Okay.
to Wizard 5. I'm here with Michael.
What's
again.
up?
We got Jay,
Hello.
Hung, and we got Robbie over there
What's
with
happening?
his hood up. Today is, what is it, February 29th?
Leap year.
Is it?
Yeah, sleep day.
Hey, someone's
I'm
like-
retarded.
Dude, this only happens
You're
once
old.
every 4
Okay.
years.
So I got all that shit filled out now. Anyways, I want to open up the floor with a question that we haven't even fucking talked about. I'm surprised. I want to talk about aliens a little bit.
What the fuck?
I want to talk about aliens. Whoever has anything they need to say about aliens, get it out now.
All right, let's get it. All right, let's get it out now. Let's go around the table. So, do you think they exist?
I'm gonna let somebody else answer
Okay.
first.
Do you think aliens exist, Jay?
Ones that have been observable, or just ones that
Just in general, do you think aliens currently exist within our universe?
within our universe? Yes, probably. Yes, yes, I do.
What about you?
Okay, if aliens exist, where's the porn? Where's
Okay,
the alien
we're gonna
porn?
skip you.
Yeah.
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 See, that's the thing. There's no fucking way. There's no inconceivable way that aliens cannot exist within our universe, dude. You know how fucking big the universe is, dude?
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty.
it's
Bi-
fucking,
yeah,
like,
it's pretty big.
There's trillions of stars, planets, all this shit.
Okay, wait,
No,
wait.
Dude, NASA's always.
What if we're a simulation? Then
Shut the
aliens
fuck
are
up.
technically real.
All right, Robbie, what do you think about aliens? You just skipped over Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think aliens exist?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You didn't skip
Okay.
over me.
I think aliens don't
I
exist.
think you're tripping.
I
Yeah, I
think
think you're
I think
tripping.
I think it's in our best
What?
interest that aliens don't exist.
No, I want them to exist. I want.
It's
I
not
want- I
necessarily.
want
It's
big
not
titty
necessarily.
aliens,
It's not
yeah.
necessarily that they don't exist, but I think it's so incredibly rare for life to exist. Actually, fuck.
You mean
know,
sentient life?
Sentient life. It's so incredibly rare for sentient life to exist
So wait,
that it's almost as if it.
by
No, but
alien,
but
hang on. By
techni-
alien, are we defining alien as alternate sentient life or just alternate life
Okay, well,
in general?
here's
Do they have? Can they think? Is what you're saying? Like smart.
Well, all right,
intelligent
that's not
aliens?
necessarily what I'm saying. I'm coming from the great filter theory. Have you heard that? I saw a
Yeah.
fucking video of it. And that theory, have you heard of that, Michael? The great
I
filter
think I've
theory?
seen the video, but it's been a while. You gotta remind me.
You wanna- all right, so a refresher. Great filter theory is a theory that there are two possibilities why we haven't seen aliens, right? If the universe is so big, why have we not seen aliens? Why the fuck have they not come down here and been like, hey, you guys fucking exist in this massive universe. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna guide you through this shit. We don't see any of that shit. There's nothing. Not a single fucking word. So two
Whoa.
reasons.
Okay. All right. Continue.
All right, two reasons, right? One of them could be that life is so incredibly rare, right? Like it's just like a one in like infinity chance that we're just like that one in infinity chance, right? Which is completely possible. Like you can't dispute that that's possible. The other idea is that life is actually pretty abundant, but for whatever reason, there's something holding them back from being able to explore space. Whether it's like some kind of catastrophic event or something like that that fucking gets them killed, and which prevents them from going out into space and send out like a huge government or whatever.
Have you ever seen the theory? There's an alternate theory, kind of along the lines of like the Great Filter, which is like as we are right now as a society, as like a species, we're simply just not worth it. Like if you think about how
What do you mean by
like
not
how
worth it?
incredibly far back to imagine an alien species that can like travel throughout the galaxy. You know, they have like colonies set up on other planets. Like what the fuck are we to them? Like we've been to the moon. We haven't even been to a fucking nearby planet. Why
dude,
the fuck
have
do
a
we
second
matter?
Moon now. Have you heard about
Yeah,
that?
we have a
Dude,
second
Dude,
moon.
that's fucking epic. No, but
Did you hear about that?
here's my theory on it. It's like the aliens came during like the Egyptian time, and then they probably left and they forgot light years was the thing, and they're like, oh shit, we should probably come back, but they're still playing with dirt. What the fuck are we gonna do over here?
They forgot to put it on their fucking memo page.
They
Oh, let me get
were like,
closer.
where the fuck is Earth? We just lost it. God damn
They
it.
forgot to put on their calendar. They forgot to fucking leave like a
What's
fucking
the address to Earth again?
bookmark or whatever.
What's the coordinates to Earth?
No, but there's another theory where that you know how remarkable not only that we have sentient life, but
Yeah.
how much we developed as a society in like in a sparse amount of time.
That's true.
Right?
That's
We are literally jumping bounds, like galaxies worth of knowledge within like a millennia.
Yeah. Have you know about that, right?
Yeah, but
yeah.
if we're doing it, shouldn't other species do it too? And then
Yeah,
they're
but-
all like way ahead of us, so they're just like fucking around.
Well,
with
okay,
other-
that also comes down to the
maybe we're ugly to them. They're
what's it
not
called?
showing up.
the end of the world theory, where it's as
shit.
in like they got to the point where we developed a world-ending I guess in this case for us it's the world-ending nuke or like
Yeah.
like absolutely destruction. If if our two nations were to attack each other during the 80s or 60s to 8 like now, which was the Soviet Union and the U.S. right, and that it did happen that most sentient life that did achieve like great leaps and bounds in sciences ended up killing each other because of like they just developed it and they're like fuck this
They're
shit,
just
dude.
fucking around to kill each other in accident.
Yeah. Well, they weren't fucking. I mean, I guess they were fucking around. but
Or
they're-
it's another thing that hasn't happened to our species yet, like another mass plague, something that rivals the black and the Spanish flu.
so that's what
Speaking of
that's what the Great Filter was saying was
Speaking of
either
plagues,
either life is super rare and that's the case that we hope for because that means we have a future, or we're doomed to die like every other alien species that has existed. So that's that idea. So that's why I'm coming from like I hope aliens don't exist.
oh dude, I saw this meme post
Mm.
where they're like labeling Earth like so we're watching Earth movies and they're just patronizing like fruit gods who like just crave blood or whatever, and we should not come here. You seen that meme, Mike?
Wait,
You
what?
know what I'm
What if,
talking about?
what if all those like alien movies where like they come down to Earth and they like show us what little bitches we are? It's actually just like the
Incredible.
aliens in
They're
control
like-
on Earth, just like flexing on us.
They're like, oh shit, dude, we need someone come. They keep bullying me. I'm here in a part-time job. What the fuck?
Bro, alien movies, we would not fucking win. We would lose so fucking hard.
I mean, like think
I
of
mean,
like
it's
Predator, dude.
It's technically
Like
our
you ever seen the
home.
Predator movies?
I mean, it's
It's technically our
dude,
turf,
it's a
though.
fucking movie. Like if an actual, let's say aliens do exist, they come here, they got like an armada, and they're gonna take our shit over. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna fucking kill you guys. We don't give a
we'll
shit.
Just nuke them.
Yeah, all right,
We'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
wipe
Let's
ourselves out.
let's send a nuke over there, and like
Well,
it's
other
gonna have like
countries
a
not
force
gonna
field or
care.
some shit.
Other countries not gonna care. They're gonna be like, oh shit, there's aliens coming and
We'll
they're
kill
killing America. We should just
Bro,
nuke
see,
America.
I
No,
feel
no,
like
no,
I feel
no.
like I feel like aliens are. I feel like if aliens are advanced enough to come over like light years, fucking thousands of light years away from their home to come here, I feel like if you just shot them, I feel like the bullet would just disappear.
Aliens would
No,
never
no,
win in
no,
a
no,
fight
no,
against
no,
us.
no.
Dude, aliens would never win in a fight against us because as humans are, we'd probably end up killing ourselves like before like we actually like even like damage the aliens. Like we'd fuck up our atmosphere with like
That's
nukes,
some
like go to some like
Matrix
Matrix
Napalm
shit.
those fucking aliens and accidentally
Like
kill ourselves.
everything we throw at the fucking aliens, we just fuck ourselves over with to the point where like they're just like we could just leave them. They're just gonna suffocate to death.
Mm.
I guess so. Maybe they never showed up because oxygen's actually toxic, and the more we breathe.
Are you talking about that Shyamalan movie? Where
No,
like,
no,
that's
it's
water.
just
it's
plants.
water. Oh my
It's-
bad.
Is it water? I thought it was the
Water.
plants.
M. Night Shyamalan signs.
Signs.
Aliens' weakness is water, which is
Oh
kind
yeah, I fucking
yeah.
love them.
Just like some refreshing.
Wait, wasn't that-
Speaking of aliens being allergic to water, this podcast is sponsored by Refresh Drinking Water.
Can you not just
why the
sponsor
fuck are you saying
randomly?
everybody sponsors us, dude?
Huh? Because we need
It's like
sponsors.
fucking,
We need
it's
sponsors.
like fucking idiocracy, where it's like
We
brought
need-
to you by Carl's Jr.
We need sponsors.
Can we get sponsored by Raid Shadow? Like
Shut the fuck up. We're not getting sponsored by Rage.
Bro, I wish I
yeah,
got
but they
sponsored.
give so much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if I started making money off this podcast,
Would you funnel the money back into the
Shit.
podcast?
yeah,
and
I
just
would.
Keep it as
I would.
pocket
I would.
change?
No, I would get some shit for better cameras and better placement. I'd get longer wires. I'd do a lot with that money.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd make it.
Oh,
I'd make
yeah.
it hella. I'd make it hella clean. I'd make it look clean. Like people on Twitch can't see the mess, but there's fucking wires everywhere. It looks hideous.
It looks like shit.
It looks like it was put together by.
I don't know if money's gonna solve that problem, though, buddy.
Yeah.
It does look like shit. Looks like absolute poop.
What's up?
I'm talking about how shitty the podcast looks.
Oh, you know what?
I'm not even gonna deny it. I'm not even gonna
Oh
try.
yeah, baby.
When
It's
are we
okay.
getting
Like-
when are we getting the green screen?
Yeah, when are we getting?
Why-
Like,
why
bro,
would we need a
we're-
green screen?
We're
Yeah, because then we can just flip ourselves anyway.
Norby.
What?
We're dead ass in a fucking garage.
You're in a garage.
We're in a
streaming
garage.
a podcast.
You know, I've fuck you. I like the garage.
Yeah,
I like
I don't
the
think it's
garage.
that bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, a lot
yeah,
of people
it's
like
nice.
garage.
I like the
people have been
garage
killing
vibe.
the
You know,
garage.
I like the
mean,
garage vibe. You know, I like having my computer in the garage instead of my room because when I'm playing video games in my room, I don't know, it keeps my brain more activated when I'm in my room. When I go to my room, now it's like I only go in there to sleep. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I just go in there to sleep.
Yeah, it keeps you. It keeps like it's not like people go to an outside like house or something to work because it keeps it. It makes we're kind of like odd creatures. Not only odd, just like we're creatures of habit.
Oh yeah.
So like it's also the saying where you don't shit where you eat or you don't eat where you shit
Yeah.
because then that kind of like mixes the two.
Yeah.
And then if you mix the two, you're gonna muddle like the meaning or like of what you're supposed to be doing in this certain area. And we just kind of get in the habit when we go into an area that we like are often associated with. I don't know. In this case, you're gaming, right?
Yeah.
If we don't game there, then we are kind of at a loss.
Right. Yeah.
I think a lot of like youth kind of feel like that as well, because maybe that's also why another factor we could have into our addiction for video games.
Well,
I'm not.
That's a growing topic apparently.
Yeah, I'm not
Addiction.
addicted.
I'm
I
not.
think it's
I'm not as addicted as I was in
Yeah.
high school.
Didn't video game addiction get officially labeled?
Oh yeah,
by
dude.
As
The
a-
garage is fucking.
As
I
a
think
fucking
it's
mental
like-
illness. Yeah.
I think it's like 15 to 20 hours or more a week qualifies as video game addiction.
Can't get my
20
disability
hours,
check?
damn.
Which
20
means
hours is like-
catch me
that's chump
collecting
change,
Social
dude.
Security next week. Fucking $780 check
Oh,
a month.
I have an
Help.
addiction
That'd
to
be pretty crazy.
video games.
That'd be
So
sick,
Give me
dude.
money so I can buy more video
You literally
games.
literally an e-girl. Literally the government is
I-
like
I-
your simp.
You simp, stop donating. Here's more money.
You're simp. Can we not throw around the word simp too often?
Why?
Hong?
Why?
No, no, no.
What's
I
wrong
don't have
with
anything
simp?
wrong with
Like,
that.
Because you're a simp.
It's just because
overlord?
Hong says it way too much.
Why?
Hung, how many times an hour are you saying simp?
I have not said
He
simp
averages
until
at
now.
least like 8.
Oof.
8 an
Wait,
hour.
wait, wait.
Dude,
Wait,
8
that's
simps
that's
per hour?
8 simps
8
per
simps
hour.
per hour.
It's because I see 8 simps per hour.
Shut the
Jay.
fuck up.
Do you know?
No, he literally just listens to his song. He's like, God, this song is so sick. But like,
Because
it's
it's
literally like the most generic like love song, and like that's like at least 65% of our music.
What's your
It's about love.
Just not listen
Hung.
to it.
Hung, what's your SPH, bro?
Your SPH simps per hour.
Sims per hour.
Like simps per
Jesus
hour.
Christ.
I don't even know. I haven't said simp like all day. Okay, that's like.
Dude,
that's
you just
6
said
al-
it like at least 10
that's
times.
6 already. It's 6. I've been counting.
Oh, okay, 6.
Yeah, but I mean, when you do go on your sim spree, dude, that you kind of just say it.
Okay.
The
It's
simp
because I'm
spree.
driving and this song is it just sucks.
The song fucking yeah,
This
she
song
fucking
just
put on
sucks.
Katy Perry's Firework for like
Yeah,
the
you-
8th time.
Okay. I don't like
You're
fireworks
such a
personally,
fucking woman,
But
huh?
I like.
Shut the fuck up, Hung. Shut the fuck up.
What do you have against Katy Perry, huh, Mikey? Are you jealous?
No.
You jealous? I
Katy
like her
Perry's
music
not
more than
great
yours?
by any means.
Yeah.
I mean, she's greater than us. That's one thing.
Yeah, she makes a
Goddamn.
fuckload.
Nah,
in the
nah,
fucking-
nah.
we're
Let's
in the
not
fucking
talk about
garage.
current Katy Perry. Her music is trash right now.
Shut the fuck up.
There's nothing like, oh, Katy Perry. I don't know. I feel like music nowadays are so fucking boring because it just repeats like
A little bit.
Yeah,
The
it's like-
same
Yeah.
bit.
it's like
over and
all
over.
monotone and there's no pop behind it.
Like Bieber's new shitty song that
Yeah,
everyone's hating on
I
recently.
fucking hate.
Bro.
No,
Oh, Yummy?
He uploaded like 7 of the fucking same videos, and then he started like, it sucked. It's like they're trying to force it onto. They're making songs for TikTok. Like
He
why?
started, he
Why?
started
Oh,
why?
that's
advertising
gross.
himself on like all of his
That's
platforms.
gross.
And
Yeah,
everything.
now artists are just trying to make songs so they can get popular on TikTok.
It's not like does
I
it
mean,
sound
the
like
TikTok girls are kind of
Oh.
hot. I agree, but you don't. Do they get money off of this?
yes,
you
TikTok.
get money?
TikTok
Yeah,
people
TikTok
make fucking
money.
bank.
Wait,
dude.
Oh,
TikTok
shit.
makes money?
TikTok makes hella fucking money.
Oh,
Can you
fuck.
just
You gonna be a TikTok star?
That's
No.
kind
Yo,
of
pussy
disgusting.
boy.
no?
Bro, dude, Justin Bieber, since we're talking about him,
He looks
he is
like
he
a
is
creepy
fucked.
uncle.
You know, he is fucked up.
He looks like a meth head.
No,
Dude,
he
he-
looks like a pedo.
his,
Pedophile?
Yeah,
A little bit with a stash. With a stash, no, but he's like actually fucked his body because of drugs.
Yeah.
Like
did?
he needs like machines and shit. He depends on a bunch of different shit
Really?
just to live.
Are
Oh
you
yeah.
Sure, it's not tabloids.
Oh yeah, I mean it could be. You know, I didn't research it beyond the like one article I read about it. I'm not gonna
This
lie.
motherfucker, dude.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
didn't research this
But
at all.
apparently, according to this article, his body's like really fucked up, and he's like what, like 20?
Yeah, are you sure it's not tabloid? Are you
26?
sure you weren't on the Onion? Sure.
The Onion.
Fuck, I don't know. You know, I
Nobody,
don't know.
nobody fucking bit
Was it
the
the
onion,
Onion?
dude.
He did it.
Nobody bit
He
the
did.
onion.
But it'd be
Yeah.
pretty funny if he was really fucked up.
If he was
Like-
super fucked up.
Actually, I think he is. Johnny, can you clarify that, please?
Yeah,
What?
Please.
If
Anyone in the chat a fucking resident expert on Justin Bieber?
no, the only thing in chat
No.
that we've had said to us is that we're simps.
Oh, who
No.
said
Oh,
that?
thank you, thank you.
No!
Who said that?
Who the fuck is that?
Here, I'll
Can't be a shit.
said that?
pull it up. He gay.
Who said that? Who said that?
Mr. Bermancito 20.
Bermancito?
Who the fuck is Bourbon Seat?
Is that like
Sounds Spanish.
Despacito.
Yeah.
Bermancito.
Alright, I'll look up- Oh shit, I think is that Berman?
Berman? Who the fuck is Berman?
Oh, one of Johnny's.
It's one of my good friends.
Oh.
Shit.
shit.
Wait, fucking dude just hopped on, called us a fucking simp, and then hopped off the fucking podcast.
You're goddamn right.
That's
he
fucking
did.
gay.
That's almost
Bermancito, that's gay.
Oh yeah.
Legit, actually.
Yeah, let's get on to the next topic, buddy. I think we kind of just killed it.
Yeah.
Kill the vibe here.
We'll let Johnny figure out whatever.
Robbie,
he wants to
something
figure
you
out
want to talk about? You're
Justin
pretty
Bieber.
silent over in the corner.
Maybe you're right.
Dude, fucking Robbie on the podcast, he just like kind of like this.
Yeah, you
Dude, last time somebody in chat, we were watching something, and Robbie had the most deadpan face, and the guy was like, "Checkered shirt guy is not impressed." It was so fucking funny.
What's the
Dude,
deal, Robbie? You got anything?
What's poppin'?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Don't put him on the spot, dude.
Don't put him on the spot.
I can't come up with shit when I'm on the spot. Anybody puts me on the spot, I'm like, oh, dude, I got the brain of a fucking rock right now.
I can
can't
tell
think
you
of
one
shit.
thing that I'm hyped about. I'm hyped that the one guy dropped out of the presidential race.
Oh, Tom
Steyer.
Tom Steyer's
Steyer.
fucking
Yeah,
out.
Dude,
fuck
Tom
that
Steyer
guy.
finally
Yeah.
dropped
No more
out.
YouTube ads. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm sick and
Alright.
tired of that fucking guy.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, you have ads?
Yeah.
No, Tom Steyer.
No, you have YouTube ads?
Well, you have
No.
YouTube Red, all right? We don't.
No, I on my computer and shit when I like sign out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
forgot
dude,
that
I was
a
fucking
thing.
dude. All
He's
of my
bad, though.
ads were fucking Tom Steyer.
Yeah,
In 2020,
yeah,
I was like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm not gonna vote for you because of these ads.
No, I feel like all the guy who made the meme, whatever his name is, fuck that guy.
Oh,
too.
who's the meme
Bloomberg?
guy?
Yeah.
Bloomberg's paying
Oh.
$7 million a day.
Yeah, why isn't he paying me
Here's the
$7
thing,
million a day
he's-
for fucking?
He's not.
memes?
Here's the thing.
I
I've
can make
looked
shitty
into it. I've
memes
looked into
too.
it. Bloomberg isn't paying people to make memes of it. He's paying meme accounts to post pre-made memes that like people like he knows make, and the shittiest fucking memes I've ever seen.
Are they
It's
like,
it's like
doomer
so,
me-
no, it's like,
boomer
it's like-
memes?
Oh,
no,
they're
no,
like-
it's not even boomer meme. It's like, hey, can you put this? Can you make me a meme? And then they screenshot
It's
the
like-
meme. They're like, is this a meme? And it.
You know what,
it's
now that
like,
we're
what
on
kind
this
of
topic,
shitty-ass, like,
I think the one who kind of wins the war, and then like for both the Republican and Democratic side, is the one that gets the back of 4chan and Reddit.
Ooh.
Dude,
That'd be
4chan
hard.
4chan gonna
That'd
fucking
be
decide
hard.
who.
Like they literally need to like not either pander or like just trick them into being like their fucking like lapdogs.
Dude, how the fuck
I mean,
would
Trump's
you...
already got 4chan under his
Trump's
thumb.
already got 4chan.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Trump, dude, fucking 4chan loves Trump, dude.
Yeah, dude.
4chan loves Trump.
You say like the dumbest.
You
shit.
go on 4chan, dude. You fucking hop around the threads. All it is
Dude.
like Trump's fucking awesome. This dude's fucking meme.
Do they love Trump because of the meme? They gotta love him because of the meme.
No,
not
they
'cause-
love sometimes it's both. It's like they like his shitty policy, but they're like, this guy says some pretty outrageous shit. And then there's
Yeah,
a lot of racists on there too.
It's pretty much because Trump entertains 4chan. They
I
give
mean-
4chan to talk about.
I like Trump. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's pretty
I
interesting.
still want that wall though. But what happened?
The wall.
you want him to build the wall
No, it's not that like I hate Mexican people. I just want him to spend tax money on something
and something stupid.
something stupid.
We could spend tax money on cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but he's not
But we
doing
get
any
this
of it.
cool ass wall.
But we get this dank ass wall. We start building. It's like how like China has the fucking Great Wall of China.
We have the
America
Great
got
Wall for Mexico.
The shitty
Great
Wall
Wall
of
of
America.
the shitty wall of America.
Where's
versus
the
the Great
Great
Wall
Wall
of
of-
China?
what, Johnny?
Where's the Great Wall of fucking Alabama, huh?
Yeah, where's the Great Wall of Alabama? What's
This
happening
30-foot
over
high
there?
wall.
Yeah, you
Mexican
gotta
people-
keep that shit clean, the bloodline clean. All right.
I guess
No
so.
In
taint
Alabama,
whatsoever.
what the fuck?
Dude, they fuck siblings, eh?
Yeah, they're not keeping that shit clean.
They are keeping that. They're keeping
They're
their bloodline
they're
pure as
keeping
fuck.
the bloodline clean.
Literally as pure as you can make it.
Dude,
by
it's
fucking your
literally
siblings.
like
It's not
it's
actually
like,
pure,
It's like
that-
it's like
No,
England
that's
all over
technically
again.
pure.
Sibling babies come out a little fucked up.
No,
Because they're
I
pure.
Yeah, because they're purebred.
You
Yeah,
know,
Hey, what's
purebreds
up,
are
Brennan?
it's just like you know how purebred pit
Dogs,
bulls
Yeah.
they actually die like a lot
Oh,
sooner.
yeah.
Yeah,
You ever
it's
seen a
literally the
pug?
same thing.
you think a pug's like natural selection?
Oh
You-
fuck no, of course not.
Pop and
it
waff and
looked like,
cedar.
dude, it fucking looked like
Exploding hand,
someone
Pointer
fucking
Dexter.
kneed a pug in the face 30 times before. it was
Good to see
fucking
you're
born.
here.
Pugs come out not being able to fucking breathe. They
What-
need corrective surgery
what-
to breathe correctly.
What dog?
Really?
How
Yeah.
how fucked up do you think like we fucked up dogs?
Yeah, we
Like
did.
dogs. We talked about this last podcast a little bit about animals. I was talking to Robbie about it. I was like, animals like dogs. Like your Chihuahua is a fucking freak.
Oh yeah, we got mine. we got my Chihuahua.
Like your
right
dog's
here.
always shaking and shit.
That's
I'm
just
like,
a Chihuahua thing because they're always fucking cold.
cause she's fucked up, dude.
Because she's a fucking.
She's she's a fucking freak.
This is a genetic abomination.
I know dogs are a
According
genetic
to
abomination.
evolution, this is a genetic abomination. To people, we fucking love this. I fucking love this dog.
You poor fucking thing.
Yeah.
dude, what is that?
It's my
Like,
dog.
wild.
It shouldn't be here. Like we
Dude,
fucked
dogs
up
are
dogs.
crazy.
Do you think Willie's natural?
No, he was created in the 80s.
Yeah.
The first pug was born in the 80s, bro.
Literally a fat piece
Wait,
of shit
are
dog.
Wiener's dog
He
natural?
fucking
or are they,
pissed
like,
on your
most-
rations.
Most
You said
dogs aren't
Chihuahuas
natural.
natural?
Chihuahuas aren't.
Really?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, Willie's not natural. Look at that fat fuck.
Dude, Chihuahuas are like the crackheads of like the
Dude,
dog
I want
world.
a
Are
pet
they?
spider,
See, I
but I
can't
want
see
those
it.
like
Oh,
big
he's
ass
waddling
huntsman
over.
spider, like the size of your body. Like your
Bullshit.
torso.
They don't have spiders that big.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Hey,
A
Willie,
spider. A
Yeah,
spider.
Like the
a
size
bug.
of your torso.
You
A
get
bug?
They
dude,
got
there's spiders.
the size of your face.
Yeah.
A bug as
They
big
got-
as your torso?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Dude, Australia.
Spiders are
dude.
fucking
They said the
huge
prisoner-
in the wild,
they said the
dude.
prisoner over there-
I'm looking it up.
prisoner over there-
Norby.
Yes.
Oh, he's a tangle in the fucking cords.
Oh shit!
Don't.
You knew we were talking shit. He's coming to fuck up the podcast.
Yeah.
God damn, Norby, you're fucking up the camera angle.
Fucked up the camera.
Really? No.
Shit, he's still tangled in the fucking camera. I can't do
Technical
anything about it.
difficulties.
There you go. Check the
Technical
camera angle.
difficulties.
Put it on the screen. I can't see it. No, dumbass. Put it. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Oh wait, you can see the other thing.
All right, we got it.
There you go.
Here,
Yep.
ask Chad
Back-
how it
back-
sounds, because
back.
I don't know if he
Yeah.
fucked it up.
Chat, how does the audio sound? Is the audio good?
How does it sound, buddy?
Are we still good?
There you go. There you go. All right. Podcast saved.
Because if it sounds bad, then I'll just have to
Crisis
unplug all
averted.
the mics.
Ow! Fuck.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, dogs.
We're talking about fucked up
No,
dogs.
Willie. Oh my god.
We were talking about fucked up dogs are, and then
You're stuck
your
here.
dog proceeded to
You're
almost
stuck
fuck
here,
up the
Willie.
setup.
You're stuck here with me.
Yeah, that's one thing about dogs is how fucking stupid they are, man.
They can't hear
Dogs
you.
are dumb as
Oh.
fuck.
Yeah,
You need to share with either Robbie or.
Here, can we like?
Hey there.
Can we do this? Here. There you go. There you go.
Oh.
You rat bastard.
Yeah, like that. There you good.
Oh god, you're so fucking stinky. You
Shit.
Because he eats his own shit.
Well, let's just type it.
Yeah, I need to give Willie a fucking bath.
Can you stop eating your own shit, Willie?
Quality's not bad, by the way. Quality's fucking epic. Well, now what?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look up. See if there's an actual spider the size of your torso.
Yeah, they're in
There's
like
no way.
Australia,
It's in
dude.
Australia. They sent the prisoner over there. They sent the crazy ass animals.
Are there actually?
There's fucking boxing kangaroos over there.
Dude,
I
there's,
believe. I mean,
Is
yeah,
that real? Is
kangaroos.
that- is
dude,
that
there's
real
fucking
boxing kangaroos?
horrifyingly huge spiders out there.
Dude, I saw Sergio sent me a meme.
You ever
about,
seen the, or while we're on the topic about big insects,
What?
fucking the Japanese wasp or the Taiwanese moths that are
Moths?
they're actually underground. I don't know if that was called or it was considered a hoax
Wait,
or not.
I thought it was in South America in Chile.
No, the
Or
like
Argentina,
the
in the mountain when they found.
Hung,
the
remember to
big-ass
talk
moth.
into a mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, where they found the big ass moth and shit.
I like how Hung is trying to talk to Jay. He's like, yeah, the moths, the fucking moths.
Wait, are you talking about the moth girl hentai? Is that what you're saying?
no.
So what you're saying Japanese?
When I think
No,
of
no,
huge,
no,
when I
no.
think of
When
huge
I
bugs,
think of huge moth, I think of that big titty moth
shut the
girlfriend.
fuck up.
Yeah, Honky, you shut up, please.
Dude, when I think of like big ass bugs that'll like really fuck you up, I think of those like big ass like killer wasps in like fucking Burma or like I don't know how they have them in Vietnam. Just like these huge ass wasps that'll like literally like 3 stings and you're fucking dead.
What?
Like they're like
We
literally
have those there.
you fucking live there.
Dude, fuck that.
We
Fuck that.
Spiders aren't
have.
spiders aren't an issue.
I don't think we have.
But
those
when
there.
you said that there are spiders like that are literally the size of your chest, they got scorpions in the
Oh,
Middle
you're so
East that
fat.
are literally like
My foot fell.
the soldiers. They flat out don't even step on them. They flat out shoot them. Like
Which
they
one?
flat out
Oh,
shoot-
dude,
because
that's
if you
some
step on a
Fallout.
scorp-
That's some Fallout
It's
shit.
literally that's the best way I could explain it. Some
Wait,
Fallout.
Wait,
Fallout
what
New
happens
Vegas
if you
type
step
shit.
on the scorpion and
Because
fucking sting your bitch ass?
It'll sting you. Because
What
it's,
the
it's
fuck?
that big. It's almost like
Dude, you know how
the
thick
size of your
military
face
shoes
almost.
are? They're like this
Like it's
Oh,
that
big.
fucking. It's not even worth stepping on it. They flat out
Don't fucking
Literally,
don't
don't
step
shoot
on
it,
that
dude,
shit.
Yeah,
It's
He just
it's worth it to
fucking
put a
don't-
bullet into that bug.
rather than just stepping.
They
on
got a
it, yeah.
shotgun. They got the fucking
But
scorpion
I don't know,
shotgun.
I've never actually
Scorpion
seen one
shotgun.
myself.
You mean the
That's the
evil
best way I
scorpion?
could explain it.
Johnny, just look
Just
up.
type in scorpions
Just
Middle
giant-
East.
Type just
giant,
big
rats-
ass scorpion.
Giant enemy spider.
Giant enemy spiders attacking.
Yeah.
Arr.
Yeah.
Jesus
No.
Christ! What the fuck is that?
That's
No,
not a
that's
scorpion.
not even
That's
a
not. That's
scorpion.
that's a
Put that-
crustacean. That's a
No,
crustacean.
Yeah, I was about to
that's
say.
Not even a
Johnny, put
scorpion.
that on the desktop display.
That's a lobster, right, Willie?
I was
not
about
even-
to say that's fucked.
Right.
Put it on the fucking.
That's not even a scorpion. I think.
Yeah,
that's
that was
a-
fucked
that's
up.
Like a,
This is a D&D compendium, dude. What the fuck?
Johnny, go to the desktop display, dude. I want chat to see it.
All right, I'm
Bro,
going.
they got.
Hold up.
They really have fucking 5 foot tall scorpions out here.
Look at this. Look at this
Dumbass.
crustacean, bruv.
Dude, I fucking love.
Put it
this
on, dude. It's not
shit,
streaming, bro.
There you go.
You think
Look at that fucking massive
You know that
thing.
long neck water dinosaur
that
from back
shit.
then? You think
Dude,
that's
look
the
at that.
thing?
yeah, look at
that.
Oh,
It's not
fuck.
even worth stepping on. Like it'll sting your foot.
Shout out to this guy's hand. Like this dude's got like
It's
balls.
Photoshop, dude.
Oh.
He photoshopped the hand in.
Oh wait,
Dude,
yeah.
look
it
at the
is.
shadow. It's too good.
Bro, that guy was so afraid he fucking photoshopped his hand in so he wouldn't have to actually put his hand near that bitch.
Yeah, man.
Holy
Man, don't put
shit.
that shit. I'm not
Fucking
putting
do
it in
that.
there.
Ah, fuck.
Don't fucking chop off my
Looks like the goddamn scorpions from that one Wrath of the Titans movie.
What?
You remember Clash of the Titans? You don't
Clash
remember that
of
movie?
Clans?
No, it's
No,
from-
Clash of the Titans.
It's from New Vegas.
New Vegas? New Vegas too.
Those rad scorpions. Is what-
Rad scorpions, yeah.
Mhm.
Bro, have you guys ever
Dude,
seen
New York rats are so Chad, man.
Have you ever seen
Big ass bats.
King Kong?
King Kong.
Remember-
Oh,
remember
fuck.
the movie with the
Oh,
giant ass
shit.
bugs?
They like
There's-
fall into the pit.
Yeah.
Yo, do you want me to pull that scene up?
Yeah, pull that up.
All right, I got it.
Have you seen Rob? Have you seen King Kong?
Dude, I don't.
No, no,
you have
so
to
no,
show it,
so
show
no,
it,
no,
show it,
like
show
the
it.
Hong
remake.
Kong. Have you seen King Kong?
Which one? Which
The new one. The newer
Is
one.
it-
The
is
one
it
with Jack
is
Black.
it the one? Oh, Kong.
Jack
No,
Black.
with
No,
Jack
no.
Black. No, there's the original King Kong. There's a King Kong remake they did with Jack Black like 10, 15 years ago maybe.
Wait, was
15
there like
probably.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And then there's the new Kong. New Kong sucked dick. It's fucking
yeah,
garbage.
I think the Jack. Yeah, I have a while.
You
I
seen
remember-
Jack Black?
I remember watching.
There's a
that.
scene in it that Johnny's pulling up.
There, this is the
yeah,
scene
here
right
it is.
here.
All right, here it is.
This-
Oh yeah, no, I
With
watched
the
it.
TV audio on for this. so we can
Our
hear it.
fucking camera guy isn't high this time, so he's doing a good job. Good job, Johnny.
Good job, Johnny.
Thank you.
Love you.
Yeah, thank you. Is that dude? Is that fucking Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
All right, watch this shit, bro.
Did you,
Yeah.
turn the TV remote.
Did you change audio to the computer? Like, it's just like this is a fucked up scene. This is what soldiers in the Middle East are doing right now.
This is what you have to do when you wake up.
Yeah,
There's a
this
bunch
is-
of bugs.
Just it's normal fucking standard operating procedure.
It's Jack Black.
It's fucking Jack Black.
Jack Black, more like Chad Black.
This dude crying. What the fuck is this dude crying
What
for?
the fuck is he crying for?
Bro, all right.
You're about to see why he's crying, bro.
They did just fall like a fuck ton of fucking
Yeah, but
distance, dude.
they kind of got to get moving.
Yeah, why don't you fucking GTF?
Dude, they don't know about the bugs. They just know about the monkey.
The monkey.
The monkey.
Everything.
What the fuck is he grabbing? What?
But he's grabbing his friend's hand. His friend's dead.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
shit! He's in this movie?
Is that Ron Swanson?
No.
No, what the fuck? Okay.
Is that Your boy's dead.
Okay, this is. I forgot how much setup it is. So like the actual bugs. This camera. Not the fucking camera, man.
The
No.
camera.
God,
All
the
that
film
work.
got exposed to life.
All that
risked
hard
his
work.
life.
It's alright. They're gonna take Kong prisoner. He's gonna make a killing.
Yeah.
Literally, this flare dies,
No, Willie.
and you're just like, all right. Jesus Christ.
Fuck, man.
Wait, what happened? What's going
Oh.
They're in the Kong
Whoa.
Island that has
Yeah.
super fucked up
Yeah,
stuff.
and then all the
on? What the
boys
fuck
gay.
are those?
These are bugs, dude. These are like bugs if they were huge.
They're like leeches.
Are there leeches?
Yeah, those are fucking leeches.
Honestly, how the fuck can they see? What the fuck?
Look how big that fucking.
Oh, dude.
Oh, ooh.
The effects are actually really good.
Yeah. For like a 2004.
Yeah. Eat his
Oh,
ass.
he's
They're about to
going
eat
for
his
the
ass.
booty. He's going for the booty.
Dude, Jack Black turns into a badass right here.
Because they destroyed his fucking camera,
He
dude.
destroyed his life's work, man.
Those are hella bugs, dude.
Yo, honestly, if bugs are that, what the?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, if bugs are that big, dude, their fucking exoskeletons must be
Eat those.
fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, dude.
That'll be- I want that big ass cricket.
Yeah, you could eat that, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that. Yeah, you could eat that.
Dude, they find this island, we'll have like renewable food.
Hey, John, this is like some like berserk shit, right? Like
Yeah.
like
So
eclipse.
kinky.
Oh god, dude, this guy's like literally like.
Is that more? Oh.
That's
Holy
it. Fucking,
fuck.
this guy's
God.
done. Such a brutal fucking scene, dude. Like watching this as a kid, this fucked me up
Oh,
as
yeah,
a kid.
this fucking thing, too.
I'm gonna say they're all swinging. Where's the fucking? We got like.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking pulled out the Tommy
Get-
gun.
Get the gun, dude. You're fucking killing.
How is he not shooting the
Yeah,
dude?
wait a minute.
Yeah, his eyes
Wait a
are
minute.
closed
Yeah,
and he's
wait a minute.
he's fucking perfectly
Dude,
shooting.
wait a minute.
Look at Jack Black,
Dude,
dude.
that's aimbot.
Stop moving.
Stop moving. Right, you got it.
Oh, dude, that shit fucks.
Oh shit! Accidentally shooting in the fucking head.
Honestly, I'm surprised that guy isn't fucking dead already, dude.
Gun right now.
Get it off my face! Stay still! I am standing still.
Fucking dumbass.
Be careful!
Oh shit, his balls. How the
You
fuck-
just tossed down a fucking like $3,000 gun.
Well,
You
I
think
mean,
they give a
this
shit?
is- this
You
is
think he's
back-
concerned about how much that? You know? You
No,
think he's
this is
concerned?
back when the mafia was a thing.
It was still $300, huh?
What movie is this?
King Kong.
This is just King Kong, dude.
2010. maybe.
Don't move! Stay away from the wall!
So fucked up, dude. Jesus. What the fuck? This guy's a dumbass, dude.
Dude, that's the actor, remember? He's the fucking like the super
Man's a
top
swinging.
fucking dickwad.
He's gonna get his shit rocked in a bit.
He fucked up those bugs. He went in like Tarzan, like
Dude, he's like,
he wasn't even aiming. He was just
Yeah, man.
I'm like surprised no one got hit
Fucking-
by.
he knows the
Ricky
spray
Bullet
pattern,
by
bro.
He's hip
accident.
fire.
He knows
He's
the
played
free
too much
pattern,
CS,
for
dude. He
sure.
understands.
Definitely.
Hit fire,
You
dude.
got this shit down to a science, bro.
that scene at the beginning of the movie with the fucking the cannibals. That part's fucked up too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I forgot there was.
movie had a
fucking
lot of fucked up
cannibals.
shit. If
We
you
should-
really
we
think
should-
about
we should
it,
rewatch that movie someday.
we should.
It's been a long time.
We watch it
Oh,
tonight.
you know what I want to rewatch? All of while stoned.
Huh?
You want to know what I want to rewatch while stoned?
What?
The entire Harry Potter series. Dude.
Fuck no, dude.
Oh
Dude,
no,
it-
dude,
it-
Harry
it-
Potter's kind
dude,
of.
I fucking hate Harry Potter,
dude. It
dude.
holds up, bro.
No, it
I don't know what
doesn't.
the fuck you're talking
No,
about?
like no.
Alright, what
okay,
about
the
it does not-
second
Are you
movie
just
is
saying that
good.
you want to watch Hermione's transition, bro?
Okay, Hermione was hot.
Jesus
Yo,
Christ.
Norby,
What?
guess who's back?
Is it Marcus?
Is it Marcus?
Fucking Marcus.
Fucking
Oh,
Marcus.
dude.
Fucking
so Jay, I'll give you some- I'll give you
Marcus.
some
Oh, okay,
background.
yeah.
Hey, no,
Marcus
hey,
is
hold
this,
up. What's
what?
your thouts on Little Dicky? Little Dicky.
Little Dicky.
You know who Lil
The
Dicky
rappy?
is?
Who the fuck is Lil
rap-
Dicky?
The rap.
Yeah, the
He got his. Was Little Dicky the dude who started that trend with like really white rappers like rapping in kind of like a meme-ish style?
Kind of, yeah.
Like BB No Money, Young
Mhm.
Gravy. Like Little Dicky's like the start to all that, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I think so. He's been around for a while. He's been around for years.
He started Young Gravy.
He
Well, he didn't start Young
No,
Gravy,
he didn't
but
start. But like
he's
he
kinda
started
the
that like
The
era,
trend?
that like genre of music,
Oh, just the meme.
like that
rapping?
weird like meme rap, but it's like not meme rap at the same time.
It's like a storytelling rap.
I know who
Kind
Young
of
Gravy
for
is.
rap.
I don't
It's
We're
like
not going
meta
there,
memeing,
Waff and
almost.
Cedar.
Kind of, yeah. Like they understand it's a joke, but it's still like
They
still
still
rapping.
like they'll bump they'll do a catchy
Yeah.
bump to it, bro.
Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky.
Isn't he dead or something?
Lil Dicky? No,
No,
no.
Lil Dicky.
dead.
Juice WRLD is dead.
Oh, Juice
No,
WRLD,
Juice WRLD didn't die. He just expired. Chill.
He expired.
He expired.
Yeah, Lil,
Talking
dude,
to
Lil
the
Dicky,
mic,
like
faggot.
Lil Dicky like rapped with like
Well,
didn't he rap
I'm
with
sorry.
Snoop Dogg
Thoughts
at
are
some
cool.
point?
Yeah, he
Thoughts
did.
are
Yeah,
dope.
with like actual famous people,
Yeah,
actual
he,
like famous
he
rappers.
rapped with Freaky Friday. What's
Freaky
the-
Friday?
He made a song called Freaky Friday with like I don't know who's the rapper.
I think he rapped with Nicki Minaj at one point.
Was it Ludacris?
Ludacris?
Was he with Ludacris or was
No, no, Ludacris.
What?
Fucking, that's like early 2000s, dude. What the
no,
fuck?
he rapped with.
Look it up.
You have a phone?
My phone is out of that.
Marcus says thoughts on paranormal.
Like
What?
Paranormal
Like,
Activity
yeah,
the
like,
series or
like
just
ghosts
Paranormal?
and shit. Like, you mean ghosts, right, Marcus?
Ghosts?
Anyways, so Jay Marcus, he was here when Hung was here, and he was.
Oh, is he the
saying-
one that called him a fucking twink?
Yeah.
Hey Marcus,
No.
high five, bro. High five, bro. Boom.
No, roast this
God
faggot.
damn. That was a good one, bro.
Yeah.
Did you just
Fucking, he was we were
You
talking
just
about
said
getting
the F
swatted, and Marcus was all like, if anybody's gonna die, it's gonna be the small Asian guy with glasses.
They're gonna gun down the dude with the cat t-shirt.
What's
Wait, is
your
he wearing the
problem
same
with
T-shirt
this?
that he did?
I'm pretty sure.
No, I didn't wear this T-shirt.
No,
I
Oh,
he
wore-
wore something.
I wore a
Mm.
black T-shirt.
And then Marcus also told Johnny to slap me in the face.
And Johnny obliged.
You should do
Was
it
Johnny
again.
high or was
No,
it
you
just?
just-
He was just a dick.
He just did it. It wasn't a hard, dude. Honestly,
It
like,
was.
You should have done it like hard as fuck. You know the meme where he's like, he's like, oh fuck, I can't believe you done.
That
You
was a
should have done that
punch.
like at that fucking speed.
Mhm.
You should have destroyed.
Oh, what's up, Nick?
should have destroyed this man's
destroyed
fucking
this dude.
face.
Who else is in the chat?
So we have Waffenseeder, Marcus, Nick. Yeah.
Shit, that's the Hitler guy.
Yo.
Oh, I was gonna say
Hitler
Waffen.
guy.
I was like, that
Waffen.
sounds.
I heard so
Waffenseeder's
much
a
about
Hitler
Hitler
guy.
guy's back. What the fuck?
What a Chad.
I will say it. There's Storm
What a
Gewehr.
Jeez. Waffenseeder, you're
Was
going.
excellent design.
That's a little out there, but Waffenseeder, he's asked three things. What are our thoughts on 9/11? What are our thoughts on Epstein? And coronavirus is a distraction from Epstein.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Wait, what was
I-
it?
It's a
distraction from?
continuation.
Coronavirus is to distract us from Epstein's death.
I don't think so.
Oh, from
I think it's
Epstein?
a distraction from the Hong Kong protest.
It's- yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna
Like,
say.
I think
You
they,
have
I
to
think, I
admit-
think they were gonna
It's
release
Robbie.
the coronavirus with the Hong Kong. They accidentally tripped and spilled it everywhere,
Like-
like the Powerpuff Girl.
You
guy.
have to admit, like with coronavirus, it has to be some kind of cover because you
Yeah,
think about
yeah,
it,
oh, yeah,
like the
easily.
virus like has like what, like a 2% mortality rate.
Oh, no,
1%?
no.
15%.
No, the-
15? I thought it was 2.
No, it's 15.
No,
I saw some
there's
charts.
more. The number of deaths keep decreasing in China because they don't count people who die at home, who die when the doctor's
Yeah, they're-
not looking.
Dude, they're
and
not
you-
reporting so many people.
They're not, and they're not counting the people who's getting burned alive right before they die.
Yeah. Straight up, dude. Fucking on Reddit. I saw this on Reddit, so
On
take it with a
Reddit.
grain of salt.
No,
But
no,
they're
I saw
fucking
this on the
saying-
You
news.
fucking
I saw
Redditor.
this on
That
the
they're
news.
cremating people while alive. Like they're just like,
Yeah,
fuck it.
They're like, all right,
fuck
get in.
it.
Dude, I
Get in.
was watching the Asian
Fuck
news
it.
the other day because
We're burning your ass.
Yeah, my dad was just putting the Asian news on there, and they're talking hella mad shit about China. They're like, China
yeah.
keep fucking lying about this shit. We know the numbers are high. We
When is
literally have
China
to-
ever not anything up to nothing up to
I don't
shady
know.
though?
I don't know. I don't know why the people still deal with the government.
This is
Like,
fucking.
Because
I
it's a
mean-
strict government.
I mean, sure, political freedom for economic wealth is good. Which I think is good, but I don't know. I don't know. They're getting out of hand with this political, not giving people political freedom.
Yeah.
I don't like the face recognition shit.
The face
It
recognition.
Oh. I mean,
it
I'm
gets me
pretty
hella
sure we
paranoid.
kind of have
Wait,
that
what do
here
you-
in America.
wait,
No,
what do
we
you-
already
wait,
do.
wait,
We
what do
already
you
do
mean?
have that here.
Wait, what do you mean?
They banned it in
Remember
San
to
Francisco.
speak close to the mic, and then also
Wait,
Robbie.
wait.
They said that your voice is a little raspy, and to take a drink of water and stay hydrated.
Take the
I-
shirt.
Wait,
I'll
Hunk.
be
Firstly,
honest,
what?
I need some water.
Oh shit.
No, I got some right here actually.
We got
Give me that back because I want to drink
We
that.
got gallons, bro.
What was I gonna say? Hung, what do you mean? What face recognition shit? Because I'm clueless.
Facial recognition's
Yeah,
off.
I know, but like,
facials-
what are they doing with it? Like, that's
No,
what
they're
I'm-
like,
Oh.
they're like, have you watched that one Black Mirror episode where they're like, yeah, you have a social credit score. We recognize your face because you jaywalk. We're gonna shame you publicly.
Pretty much, it's like the
And then
government
they-
using like software to be like, hey, we
To-
know where you're at most of the time. We have documented like
they know where your phone is. WeChat's like just you have to have it to do anything in China now because you buy shit off there, you chat with people, you like, you get taxi, you if you have good social credit, like you praise the government, they'll give you like perks, like like a fucking video game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice gotcha and all,
Well,
but
fuck
it's
Steam.
getting out of hand here. Like they're not getting much out of it.
Like the big problem with it is that China was using it to like identify like consistent like Hong Kong protesters, and then all of a sudden those people were just not there
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, they're
Those
just
people-
they're just gone.
That
like,
makes
we're-
sense.
The government's like, oh dude, this guy disappeared. Where could he go?
Oh yeah,
no.
they cap like 3 or 4 different like
It's not Steve.
reporter, but the thing is they somehow just erased it from Google.
Yeah, they're just
They-
like this guy
they-
doesn't
which
exist.
That's
really
cool.
which really got me like
Cool?
thinking like that's not Chad, that's unchad, because then Google is not a reliable source anymore,
Right.
and everyone basically used Google.
I started using DuckDuckGo.
I mean DuckDuckGo, but you need like a Gmail for a YouTube account,
Mm.
and like for most stuff they have like sign in with Google, so everything's kind of linked with Google now. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
have too big of a monopoly.
Google is
So
their
is the-
fucking overlord, Hong.
So this is the
Just-
part.
just-
Yeah, this is the
just
part where
worship
we
them.
talk about Google, our inevitable overlord. You know,
Like Skynet.
Skynet, Google.
I swear to God, the robot's gonna like just fuck our whole fucking human race out of
Dude,
existence. They're
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
like sex bot. Just go fuck the guy's gonna fuck the hot ass like female.
Can you not
android
bring up this
robot.
subject again, Hong?
What
Sex bots.
sex bots? Well, it doesn't matter, Jay. Does it
Oh,
matter?
we're on a topic.
Yeah. All right. So we were talking about China and like Corona a little
I
bit.
guess
Uh,
it's boring.
I guess you know what? I guess what do you? I think it's covering up more than just Epstein. If it is a conspiracy, it's covering up more than just Epstein.
China definitely did something. Like maybe they made coronavirus. They're like, let's fuck around with some biological weapons. We're feeling kind of quirky, and then it got out. They're like, oh wait, they're like, guys, we had 8 rats, and now all of a sudden we got 7. Where's one of the fucking rats?
No, they
It
were
got
just
quirky, eh?
they were researching the SARS virus.
The SARS.
Yeah, in a facility in Wuhan. So, but they didn't say anything because Corona is
Those are Michael's
technically-
Yu-Gi-Oh
SARS
cards.
is technically coronavirus.
Is it a
It's
mutation
similar.
of SARS?
People think it is because they're like it's badge, it's an arm.
Yep.
I think it's not. I think it's human manufacture.
I think it's
yeah,
gotta
like,
be.
like they don't have it just got out of hand. They spilled it like the Powerpuff Girl X serum.
They're just dumbasses, dude.
Some fucking idiot, dude. I bet I was a fucking.
No.
I bet I was a fucking intern.
I would,
Dude, you know how fucking. Dude, that dude's fucking. dead.
my theory
Whoever
is someone's trying
if-
to collapse the Chinese government for making with their own
That would be
shit.
interesting.
That's my theory.
Dude.
I remember when Corona was happening, it was like after one of our podcasts and we're talking about Corona. It's like, they're just fucking locking down Wuhan and it's fucking Chinese New Year. So people can't go back and see their families and shit. I'm like, that's a fucking movie. You're trapped in a fucking city with a bunch of other people with this virus going around killing people. People are just falling in the streets. Like that's a fucking movie, dude.
That's like
That's
the
gonna be-
train
that's
to,
gonna be a-
like,
Shut up, Tyler
the
Durden.
Korean movie, the
You're
Korean
gay.
zombie movie. Train
Train
to
to Busan.
Yeah.
How is that
Wait.
like Train to Busan?
Well, they're sick
Literally
people.
nothing like
but
Train to
they're-
Busan.
aren't they like just sick and they're like trying to get out? There's just a bunch of zombies.
They're stuck
trying-
on the train to
Yeah.
Busan.
Oh well, okay. No, wait,
And
hold
there's
on.
zombies
I'm,
on the
Wait,
train.
I'm thinking of a different movie. Hold on. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different movie.
All right,
Okay,
okay,
never
no,
mind.
What
Never
fucking
mind,
movie?
Fucking
Never
retarded.
mind, I'm retarded.
Fucking
I'm
monkey.
retarded. But I don't.
Yeah.
I think it's a Thailandese, but
Like, here's
I think Hong's just fucking retarded.
Here's
Let's move
another
on.
thing I read about Corona on Reddit.
It's on Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt.
It's this dude's conspiracy theory, and according to him, because I just read it, I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. According to him, the virus, it can be treated and stuff, but it doesn't really ever actually go away. So you keep it in you. You keep the coronavirus in you, and when you get
okay.
old, it kills you because it has.
Damn.
So people are saying like, yeah, it's a government conspiracy to eliminate just like
Undesirables?
Yeah, so it's kind of like euthanasia in a weird sort of way.
Just
I
like
mean,
how
a
we
lot
did
of
the
old
black
people
people
died.
or African Americans in the 1960s.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
Oh, with crack?
dude, I
No,
wish,
no.
dude,
That was the 80s. That was the 80s. They used to euthanize and what's it called? Test I forgot what sickness it was, but they used to give it to unwilling or there was no consent involved. They gave it to young African American like men, and it kind of just fucked over them and their communities, just for them to test out the results of what this sickness like would would do. Also, somewhere like there's more stuff like that. Other experiments that the CIA carried out as well
Oh yeah.
before the entire like crack thing.
Oh,
Dude,
come on.
the
They
CIA
did, they
hates
did
CIA.
good.
The CIA does so much fucking sketchy shit.
Dude,
They
the
did-
CIA is
they
fucking
fucked
MK
up.
Ultra, dude. All that type of shit, dude.
Hey, but it leaked. It eventually leaked to some
Yeah, it's like
legalized drugs.
30 years down the line, we're gonna be old as shit.
And we're
be
gonna take Evan.
we're gonna like the fucking CIA files. We're gonna go on there like, oh, what was the CIA doing when we were like? The CIA is just like, yeah, we kind of did that. We just kind of let China take the blame for it.
Okay, so Corona, because they were also the one that they were the SARS virus they were researched in Wuhan was also a scientist who did that like a couple years earlier in Canada, and he went to Wuhan
yeah.
and he researched it, and then like 2 years ago, 3 years now, 2017, and then now it's like, oh, probably got developed, we got a man-made mesh like virus, and then we're just gonna
What the
trip it
fuck's
and let
going
it all out.
He was fucking tapping
Oh
their
shit,
foot.
that was my bad.
Oh no worries.
Oh, it's like,
Dude, I kind of wish, just out of curiosity, I wish that slavery never happened, just so there's like, just so there's no black people in America or like Europe in general, because then no, think about it, Africa would be more developed.
That's an interesting.
like if slavery never happened and like it's more separated.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
So
podcast.
technically, I see what you're saying in that it would be interesting to see what happened if slavery never happened. I mean,
Yeah, 'cause-
firstly, because if slavery never happened, we'd be living in a completely different
Yeah,
world.
because then wouldn't Africa get more developed? Because we didn't
Well,
kinda
okay,
fuck with
well,
them.
I
let's
don't
think
know.
about this rationally. So before Europe
then
even
they'll
involved
have-
itself in Africa,
And then
they were
they'll
still
split it up
using, like,
differently.
they're still in tribes.
They're using the
There
Jews.
wasn't that many kingdoms. Not only that, they were still using primitive technology.
No, I know
to fight their wars.
No, if slaves didn't exist, we wouldn't have the pyramids.
Also, they didn't.
Slaves with the pyramids.
No, I meant like slavery
No,
in
like
America,
aliens.
How we commercialized, or how in the
'cause
1800s, or
I
sorry, the
kinda
1500s,
want,
1600s.
I kind of want like what UK did with India. You know, like they kind of came and they're like, "Wow, you guys got some spices. We'll trade with you, and then we'll take over." But I don't want them to like enslave. I want to see like America come over to like Africa, be like, "Yeah, you got some oil. We'll just enslave you for a bit." But we
You know
won't
who
take it
fucking
back,
did
you
that?
mean?
The Belgians did, huh?
The Belgians, I guess, but like then we'll have different border, and we might not have like the whole cowboy thing happening in like Africa, like people going over
What
there.
the fuck is the
Oh,
cowboy thing?
Oh, you okay? So I watched this one Vice video
Oh my
shit.
fucking
on
God.
so and,
we talking about Vice. I'm a residential expert. Let's go.
okay.
What do you
okay.
got for me?
So they were like interviewing this guy who came to Africa, and he's like a trucker, and he's just moving like kind of illegal product like everywhere.
White guy?
Yeah, white
Okay.
guy. Yeah, and then he's like, yeah. So I sort of feel like the cowboy back then because they sort of also transport illegal stuff, and the video was labeled Africa, the new wild front, the new frontier. I was like, I mean, I guess
That's kind of. I mean, in some places of Africa, I could imagine that being true, just because of how like shitty those places can be. Like fucking some places are still like run by like government like warlords pretty much, where they're just like, hey, I got a lot of guns, so you have to listen to me. And the people are like, hey, you're kind of a dick. And he's like, I really don't give a shit. You're gonna give me all your fucking shit. Like
Yeah,
there's still warlords operating
yeah,
out of
because
fucking
that'd
Africa.
be cool. Or like, because if black people never come to America, would I mean they'll still come,
They'd
but
still be here.
They wouldn't. They're not like forced to come on it. You know what I mean? Would there be like a African version of like New York?
They
or
just be like Asian
Dubai
people.
or
They just be
something?
like
Or,
Asian
like,
people.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Do you,
guess.
do you
Yeah.
think,
Like
alright,
Asian
think
people.
about how. All right,
Yeah, what's up,
Literally just
G?
be Asian
what do
people.
you think? What do you think? Fuck, I wish we had somebody who was actually African American, so I could ask him a question. Like, if slavery never happened, right? That would change everything about history. Like,
Yeah, and then America
everything.
wouldn't be like
everything
so like
would be so different.
who would the American citizen be fighting?
I mean,
if it's
China.
dude, fucking.
like you know how like
Chinese.
there's like racism here.
Chinese.
We
The
just
Chinese-
would have enslaved the
I
fucking
guess the
Native
Chinese
Americans
kind
more.
of came over here, huh? And then they worked on. Huh. I don't
Yes.
know.
Things would be so different.
I mean,
Especially what they did with the fucking music industry. And,
Yeah,
and the fucking
jazz.
1900s,
Yeah,
jazz.
Would they have like
even
some weird
rock
like,
and
folklore
roll, rap.
music going on?
Like, what the fuck
dude,
would we
yeah,
not
what would
listen to?
happen?
If you
know?
think about it, without slavery, we wouldn't have lo-fi hip-hops 24/7 to study and chill to.
Are you saying you're for slavery?
Oh yeah, dude.
Literally wouldn't exist.
But we wouldn't have fucking rock and roll, dude.
Rock.
Eh.
I don't. I don't know about that.
We wouldn't have jazz. We wouldn't have like
Yeah, maybe they'll develop their.
He wouldn't
own
be a
shit.
very
probably
good
develop
slave.
their own culture
And
and
Very
then like
lazy.
eventually
Their-
make its way over here. Like it'd be in a weird way.
Because
It'd be in a weird way. Like we would see jazz as what like K-pop is
What
to us
what
right
is
now.
what is
No,
jazz
no, wait,
though?
wait,
Like
wait.
what is a jazz mix? What is it a mix of?
It's just like a
Oh,
style of
like
music.
a jazz.
Hold
It
on, so
was like
Jazz is like
folklore.
swing.
No,
I know,
no,
but
just
swing
shut
is
up,
like
hold on.
white, right?
No, I took history
No.
of rock music too.
Yeah, swing
You
is
barely
totally
took
white.
it.
Hang on, we got
And
we,
I
both took
studied
the
it
same
before
class.
you.
We
No.
both
have-
took-
we
no,
have-
I
Let the
took
class
it
take
later.
it.
All right,
Fucking
let's
got you.
do it.
guys,
Hey,
guys,
let's
we have 2 semesters of history of rock music right here between these two.
All right, go.
These are our
No,
residential
go,
experts.
Jack.
Let's go.
Go.
They didn't even cover that shit, Hung. They didn't even
Yeah, they
say
did. Yeah, they
anything.
did.
All right, say it.
Can
I
Can you
just-
not
I
argue
also-
like this?
I-
Just
I-
say it
I-
in the mic.
I wish I had a
Well,
cup.
Mike is
Can I
right
just put
here.
my
I don't
mouth
have to
on it?
put my
Alright,
face
no,
here
no,
too.
Oh, I've been drinking this like for a week.
Okay, say what you're gonna say first.
No, say it, Hung.
Well,
Say what-
nah,
say
I
what-
lost my
Waterfall?
train of thought because you keep
Waterfall.
say it. Say it. I lost my train of thought. What
Wait,
were you
okay.
gonna
All right,
say?
just tell me what jazz is. Like what
It's a
what is
style of
jazz?
music.
I know it's a style of fucking music, but like what is it a mix of? Like
What is it a mix of?
like,
So I mean,
what
you have to go
influenced
back
jazz?
to whatever they started with, right? So they came over here. They did like it was more tribal first, right? And then it developed
So they're
to
folk
become like
song.
stuff into like the padding juba and stuff.
Mhm.
So more provocative, not provocative, sorry, percussion
Mhm.
based movement with stylistically it's called different tempos that we did not usually use in
right?
European like tracks, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Eventually, jazz was developed by mostly soul music.
You're just gonna kill it. Yeah. He
Yeah, this
fucking
guy's,
killed
like,
me.
just fucking-
killed my water.
So yeah, so soul music came about, and it was just like plantation songs where
It's an empty gallon. Chill the fuck out.
Continue.
okay. Well, anyway, they
Drink it all in one go.
Jesus Christ, Mikey.
What?
All right,
Why
so
did you just put your lips on it? Why the fuck?
Because he didn't want me to put my lips on it.
honestly, Mikey, if I'd known you were gonna kill it, I wouldn't have fucking
I
cared.
finished it just to spite you.
I kind of had that.
There's
feeling.
also like another gallon like right
I
here.
know.
All right,
All right, so jazz, dude. I don't know, man.
it's just a weird combination.
'cause, like-
Also, they what's it called? It was a matter of like getting other stuff too, like
Mhm.
from Celtic culture.
Yeah.
They developed not
What's-
only
wait,
different.
Celtic. That's what is that?
That is Irish, the Irish
what I thought,
immigrants.
yeah.
Yeah.
Irish.
Okay.
And
This
then
guy-
they just kind of just fucked around and they got it jazz as the main output.
Right. Yeah.
There's multiple aspects of what jazz is, and like what it developed in the in the late 1900s to
yeah.
the 20th century. But I think that's mostly it. It just it was soul music, like blues,
Yeah.
converging with more Celtic
Blues, yeah.
and some like country songs
Okay.
that were popping in the U.S.
I see. See,
This
so I don't think because
this-
Mikey was saying that.
No, but
what,
this
what?
guy says that it originated in the late 19th and early 20th century and developed from roots in blues and ragtime.
Oh, I have no
Yeah.
idea what ragtime is though.
I have no
Ragtime.
idea.
Thank you for
either.
informing us, sir.
Ragtime. Fuck. I feel like I know what that is. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like very
Like upbeat.
really silly kind of upbeat.
Is that a U.S. thing? Like a
Yeah,
I think ragtime.
US
is-
genre?
Yeah.
I think so. But I was just wondering because Mikey's like, oh yeah, Africa would just come up with a jazz. I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Think about
I don't
it.
know,
It'd
it
be
was-
different. It would be different. It would be
'Cause-
so
'cause
different.
No,
soul-
it'll be-
yeah,
it'll
wait,
be-
hold
it'll be
on.
like
Blues and
EDM with
soul?
jazz.
came from like the hardships in the plantation,
Yeah.
right? And then I think without slavery, like
But would they
that
make
hardship
rap?
Yeah.
would be less because not only that. Okay, sorry.
Would they
So
make rap?
they developed more music in because they were all slaves from different regions of Africa.
Right.
None of them were, or not none of them, but a lot of them were just like intermingled and like sold as like if they were the same like race or like ethnicity.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they, that's not the case. There's it's an entire continent of these people. So their cultures intermixed. They were able to like establish some sort of soul
yeah.
or blues, and then from there
Scott Joplin.
through that hardship they were able to further adapt the blues, and then slavery was still around for 200 years, and then
Yeah. I
eventually
don't know.
like seeped into jazz.
It'd be interesting to see what people think about that. I think most people would probably say like, yeah, slavery never should have happened, but we wouldn't have so many fucking things. You know, it's interesting to
Yeah,
think
but
about.
we'll have different things.
Yo, do
I
you guys
mean,
Or
want to
even
hear?
like we'd have different things, right? Like we'd have something different that's probably like equal, like
Yeah,
equivalent to.
You guys want to hear a famous ragtime song? You want to hear what it
You're
sounds
gonna
like?
give me
Sure.
like 30 seconds of it.
All right, yeah. No, you guys keep talking. I'll set it up.
All right.
Oh, okay. But I don't know. I think if slavery wasn't, if we didn't just like, if we didn't enslave African Americans and like commercialize it to the entire like Europe and the Americas, I don't think a lot of like landscapes would have settled without it. Because
What do you mean?
they were such a huge working force for just the development of our country.
Uh-huh.
Not only that, they really helped what's it called,
Maybe
the agriculture,
Maybe
the
the
agriculture crisis in
Chinese.
in Europe, like mostly in Ireland, I believe.
Mhm.
And I don't know, they couldn't enslave the Native Americans, right?
Mhm.
Because they just die. They could not handle. They did not have the immune system built for
Oh,
you know any of the European
to be
diseases.
with white people.
And then who else
right?
can they enslave? They enslave Indians or the everyone in India.
Mhm.
Possibly, but they already
really.
became a what's it called? A colony of Britain in the 1800s,
Mm.
right? They can't enslave the Chinese; they're too big. They kind of just left a lot of Asia alone. Honestly,
Oh.
I am not entirely sure why, but
Africa was just kind of
Africa was just easily exploitable for
Oh, it's 'cause
most of Europe.
China-
It's
And,
also convenient for travel purposes because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
already on the coast.
hmm
Because with China, or if they were to like, if assuming they were to like, if the Europeans were to enslave China, they have to go to the
And
right.
no, Hong, the Mongols weren't a thing by the time this was happening.
Oh, I fucking know this song, Piccadilly.
Like
Wait, everyone
1700s.
knows this song.
Oh,
It's
never
like the
mind.
fucking casual.
This is
like,
ragtime.
This is ragtime.
The most-
I played the dude. I played
Huh?
the song in fucking band, dude.
Whenever you were playing song, I think this was playing in Red Dead 2.
Most generic song of all time.
Is this on Tom and Jerry?
Bro, this slaps, bro.
Yeah, that slaps.
Bro,
That
shit
slaps.
That goes hard.
This shit goes, bro. This shit goes hard,
This shit
dude.
goes hard.
Fucking hard, dude.
Yo, Scott Joplin.
Will I get copyrighted for this?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Would- would-
alright,
would
you don't
YouTube-
really
Nah,
get-
this song's
yeah.
like over
would,
like
would
100
YouTube?
years
Yeah,
old.
but would YouTube copyright this?
There's
Like,
no way.
Nah.
No,
Sorry,
there's
dog.
no way
Take
you
down
own
the
this song.
video.
UMC is just gonna
You
copyright.
can't own this song, can you?
No, UMC can just basically copyright everything.
Dude, if no one owns
Yeah,
this
fuck
song,
the UMC.
Just put it out without what's it called? Monetization, dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
you
I
know
can't
the
monetize
UMC
it.
Yeah, you can't
I can't
monetize,
monetize it anyways.
You know the
Yeah.
UMC?
They're gonna
I
take
fucking
the-
hate those.
Bro,
They're
this
gonna
shit
take
came
money.
out in 1902. I don't think anybody's coming after your ass to copyright you, Norby.
dude, this dude's like great grandchildren are like, where's the fucking money, dude?
Yeah.
Use our fucking song.
Hey, with it, fucking great grandchildren.
Ski.
Where the
Where's my
fuck is my
fucking money?
money? That'd be fucked up. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you really doing this shit?
You really joshing me like this,
Are
bro?
you really riding on your grandpa's fucking song?
What, got
Your
nothing
dead-
yourself
your
that you
dead
can do?
fucking-
His music dick? Are you riding on his fucking?
Are you
song?
riding on his musical cock?
His
You
dead
fucking piece of
musical
shit,
cock.
okay.
I'd be fucking mad. I'd like, get the fuck out of here.
Wait, Mikey, I don't know why I just suddenly got reminded of that one time you were you were telling me the time you saw like the weird like gimp suit walking
No,
on your way home.
we can't be
Oh,
copyrighted on
fuck.
Twitch.
God.
We can't be copyrighted on Twitch.
Oh, you
I
can't be
don't- I
copyrighted.
don't
I don't
No,
care about
no,
Twitch. I care about
You reminded-
YouTube.
you
If I put
reminded
on a
me of
YouTube
something
video.
super
Gimp-
cursed.
Dude,
Oh,
the
God.
gimp suit.
Oh, God.
You were telling me because I just got home. You were like, "Hunk, you cannot believe
I'll tell
this
him
shit."
about- So there was a concert. Life is Beautiful. It was a few.
You went
months
to
ago.
Life is
No, I did
Beautiful?
not. No, but when Life was Beautiful in town, every weird person emerged from their basement, and I was driving home. When I was working as an after school daycare person, and like down the street from like a fucking like pre-K to 4th grade was a dude in a gimp suit being walked like a dog by another guy, just super casually. And like someone, and like I was just randomly chatting with this like one fucking dude who walked over. He's like, "Oh, look, you know, I was in my car. I was stopped at a red light. I was just watching." And I'm like, "What the fuck am I going through right now? There's no way this is real."
Gimps are fucking freaks, dude.
No, but they fuel the porn industry.
They what the porn industry?
Like
No, they don't.
they
they
what?
don't?
They
There's-
what the porn
There's
industry?
no way there's a big market for
Wait,
being a gimp.
aren't gimps also furries?
No.
Aren't they the
No.
same thing?
No.
What the
No.
fuck?
No.
No.
They're
No,
the
they're not.
fucking guys who
Yeah,
wear leather
skin-
suits.
Skin tight leather. They're probably like restricted.
They have the
Oh,
zippers
I
over
was-
their eyes.
I was thinking of that other Vice video where they
They have zippers over their eyes, like all their holes. Dude, fucking.
They got zippers in every
Yeah, yeah,
orifice.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Fucking-
yeah.
John and I used to watch this guy named Mr. Moon who does role play on
Mhm.
like fucking Rust and shit, just video game role
Oh.
play. And he does this one character that's a gimp on Rust, and he's just like super submissive, which is like the exact opposite of his actual fucking personality.
Mhm.
But it's like, dude, to act like a gimp, you just gotta. I don't know.
Just, like,
There's something
literally-
about having such a submissive personality that just kind of bothers me. I don't
All right,
know
we,
what
we
it
got a
is.
question, boys. What
Yeah,
are our
what's up?
thoughts on pornography and its effects on society, positive or negative?
I was actually
I
just
think
watching
porn
a
is
video
good.
on this.
Porn is good.
Uh,
Good.
You need porn.
It depends, man. I think
I don't know, man. Sometimes that my imagination just doesn't get it going.
yeah, but it's not about that. It's about like it does fuck with your dopamine receptors. Like that's a fact.
Porn
Mhm.
smacks. Like, I don't know who would go against that.
Wait, what do you mean? It
But
fucks with you?
that's the stupidest question.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been having
Porn
a
smacks.
I've been
That's
having
the
a-
best thing that could ever happen to any society. I don't know what the fuck.
Goddamn.
Dude, if aliens are real, I want to check out those aliens
Like,
porn, man.
I can't imagine porn can be a problem
No.
because if you grow up watching porn, you're just like, yeah, obviously every woman likes to get slapped in the face whenever I have sex.
yeah,
But amateur porn is big right now, so everything's like kind of normal.
dude, all kind of porn.
When
is
I
big
want
right
when I
now.
watch my porn, I don't like watching my porn in 244p. Okay.
Well, it's not in too. Yo, okay, those cam girls have money now. They have cameras.
Did you hear
Also,
about
those
the-
iPhones have really surprisingly
Oh
good
yeah,
cameras.
yeah,
too.
iPhones
It's
are getting
crazy.
good quality. Dude, I don't know. I've been having a dilemma with porn lately.
You?
Like- Oh yeah, dude. I'm like thinking, like, all right. So like we grew up with the internet. We all started fucking watching porn when we were what, like 13, 12. Like all of us, pretty much all of us here, right? Like all of you guys
Yeah.
have that fucking look of shame right
Except
now.
for this guy. This guy was fucking pure until he was 15 or 16.
Dude, what a
Yo, you're a freak for
You're
not starting
fucking
to
faggot,
15.
dude. I was
This
maybe
guy's
like
fucking
11.
naked,
Anyways,
dude.
but the point is, it's like we're so used to porn, right?
I've been jerking
And I
since
mean,
11.
and there's some fucking studies and
That's
people
not fair.
who
You have a head start.
who come out saying how fucking terrible porn is for your fucking brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just having a dilemma with it because I do notice whenever I do watch porn and jack off the porn, I feel like shit afterwards. Not like complete shit, but I notice myself being in weirder moods afterwards. You know, like it's in the moment, it's like it's fucking dank. Like I fucking love porn.
Oh wait, hold up. Before you
like those
continue that
memes?
statement, you know when you ejaculate, that's actually when you expel a lot of testosterone as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think
That's-
that could be possible because testosterone really fucks with us, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it absolutely fucks with
Post
us.
nut clarity.
Post nut
There-
clarity.
Post nut.
It's more
clarity
like
is a
post nut
godsend.
fucking rage, dude.
Post nut
Yeah.
depression.
Post nut this.
Think about it. Like you get this hit of dopamine, and then you come down, and you're just like, man, I sure wish I could be like that, like 24/7, but you can't.
Wait,
So you just like kind of bummed out.
someone should like.
You're like
put
on a
sim-
you're like on a
Yeah,
down. You're on a
gotta bum
downer.
out.
That's pretty much what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it
know,
looks
maybe
down.
if you jack off too much.
I don't know. I also feel like
I
I
never
guess
had
it would
it
fuck
before.
up a lot of things that for us, but I think it gives us freedom as men, because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have the
Possessed people.
no, hold up. So we as men have to like it's our duty biologically to inseminate our female counterpart, right?
Yeah.
It's our purpose in life.
That was so
To continue,
that was
right.
so well worded.
That
Alright,
was-
continue.
that was like,
Continue.
yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we have this obligation to our like or not our predisposition to our race or our species to continue our not our bloodline, but
To
in a sense,
procreate,
yeah, I
to
guess to
procreate.
procreate. And I think for me, it just helped me get over like, dude, fuck women, dude. Honestly, ever feel horny? Just pop one off. I'm on my day. I can't, or I
I
do
feel
and I
that.
can deal with them, but
You totally lost me there, dude. Honestly.
I think it gives
Yeah, man.
You're-
men freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
We don't have to be
I,
we don't have to be stuck simping, or we don't have to
Yeah,
like
man.
beg for pussy.
Yeah, that's one area where I have like mixed feelings because it's like we're like one of the first generations of men to be able to see as many titties as you want, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, but porn was invented like in.
Yeah,
In
but you're
the
gonna like
80s,
order it in the
huh?
mail.
Yeah, but
No,
yet,
good.
Yeah,
Wait, you could just
and-
walk in a store and be like, "I want that
Yeah,
sex
but
doll. Let me."
We
fuck
literally
it."
we,
Hold on, think about it
if
this
we were
way.
in the
It's-
80s right now, and
I
we
guess
were
we're more accepting of
and we were
watching
the
porno.
age that we were right now, you could not legally buy pornos. It was
What
21.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Really?
No. The other thing is it's so accessible. It's literally on the. It's like your argument, like why were people doing
Watch
better in school before? Because
Watch this.
they could go buy a book or something like that. If they want to like read about something, they could go buy a book. But right now we have phones and it's so convenient
Oh,
just to look up something and just be like enlightened right then and there.
Yeah.
Oh,
check
yeah.
it. Check it. Pornhub.
Don't fucking pull up
There
Pornhub,
There you
bro.
go. Pornhub right there.
I feel like Pornhub is.
There you go. Check the fucking what's hot right now. Tell me. Read it out to me. What's hot?
Horny fit babe begs BF to fuck her harder.
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of cuck porn lately too. What's up with that?
I don't know.
I
man.
have not. What are you looking up? You know Pornhub actually remembers
Yeah,
what you.
cheating wife. See, I'm telling you, there's a lot of.
Well, that's just
cuck
like a
porn.
fantasy
Wait,
shit.
were you about to say Pornhub remembers
No,
what you
no,
look up?
Yeah, they do.
What are you doing looking up cuck porn, Mikey?
No,
Yeah.
it's just the hot page.
Oh,
But,
I
like,
see. Okay.
It's just,
It always there's
Yeah.
always weird shit like next door. I watch a lot of girl next door videos. I do.
Really?
All right.
I like girl next door videos. Those are pretty pog.
Dude, you know what's hype right now? Interracial species.
Can we?
Interracial. Oh, species reviewer. Oh.
Yeah, interracial species.
The anime.
I was about to
Okay.
say,
I have no
like-
idea what that is.
I was gonna say interspecies. I mean,
Oh,
I don't-
interspecies. I'm
You gotta
sorry.
finish it. You said,
Inter-
you know what's really hot
interracial.
right now? Interspecies,
no,
bro.
he said interracial. Right?
I said interracial by accident, but I meant
Mind
interspecies
geek?
Yeah.
reviewer.
Interspecies
Is that what
reviewer.
Waffen Cedar Mind Geek?
Basically, for everyone that's
porn.
listening right now,
It's porn.
it's an anime where
It's porn. It's
It's porn.
hentai.
It's
oh,
literally porn.
It's
it's
porn.
almost hentai.
What do you mean? A plant got fucked? How are you
Nasty.
telling
It's
me
almost
that's not
hentai,
porn?
and they basically there's just like like 3 dudes at least in the
mushroom got
episode
fucked.
that go to a brothel of a certain like anime trope like a cowgirl or like they literally cow titties, right? And
The
they're big,
succubus class,
or there's
her tits were on
succubuses.
the thing. Like
There's
their
also
tits were,
there's
like,
one
smashed
slime
against
episode
the
or not
wall.
slime. There's a one about like a bird woman, and they basically they smack that shit like they do a one and done, and they write a review for it and they get paid,
Oh shit.
and that's like the entire series. But it's pretty hilarious, honestly. Not because it's about sex and it's like that's like a little
Yeah, it
raunchy.
just has actual comedy.
Yeah, it has good comedy elements
Alright,
about it.
If
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
it's a good hentai.
Yeah.
There's no fucking you don't see them getting fucked.
That's true. That's what makes it porn.
Yeah.
I
You'd say
don't
it's
know.
softcore?
I mean, technically,
You'd say it's softcore?
got
Edgy, it's
porn.
edgy.
It's I think it's more edgy.
What do you mean? There was a scene where the plant got fucked.
Plant.
Yeah. I
What
was
plant?
watching this morning.
Are you talking about a new episode?
I think
It's not
that's the
hentai. It's
point.
under anime, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it
Well,
got.
it's
canceled.
also- it's
that's why
also-
got
That's why it
canceled.
got
You can watch it on
canceled off
fucking
of the show.
Pornhub.
What the fuck am I listening to?
Somebody's saying a lot of stuff in the chat. Who is that?
It's Waffen Cedar.
What did
He
say this
says,
time?
Oh God.
all right, he basically says, women are essential. There's one. Okay, he says that
White knight.
MindGeek owns like
What?
all major porn sites.
What do you say?
MindGeek owns
Mind
literally
Geek?
all major porn sites.
Huh.
Mind Geek.
Yeah,
Who the
right
fuck
here.
Is Mind Geek?
MindGeek.
The owner of all major porn sites, apparently.
Uh,
That's it. That's who I'm coming after.
Dude, Waffen Cedar's deep in conspiracies, man.
I like him.
I like him too, man. The one scary thing about conspiracies is you go too deep and it's hard to get your mind back out. I'm not even joking.
I don't know.
No matter how deep you are in conspiracy theories, once you hear that one absolutely batshit retarded thing, you're like, okay, I'm out.
Dude, I'm saying, I mean, like, alright, for example, like look at Alex Jones, right?
Okay.
The dude looks like he sounds like a fucking idiot.
Well, because he gets paid to advertise his
Yeah,
fucking
he get paid to
supplements,
be an idiot.
and people like him because he's loud and he's a fucking retard.
Yeah,
He didn't-
and
but-
he spits like some dumbest shit. I fucking love it.
It's
right, but do
entertaining.
you think he's doing that because of the character?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
the character.
Yes.
Yes.
All the
no,
time.
I think the character is
time.
seeping into his own actual.
That's what I think too.
real
Maybe
life
he was a
person.
character at first, but like I'm like fairly certain that
I'm
Alex
very
Jones
certain he's kind of like Filthy Frank. You know what I mean?
kind of
Yeah. You.
like an ARG
He's like
type
that
thing.
like all the time though, dude.
because
Alex
he has to keep
Jones
the
has
persona
always been
because if he
kinda
gets
nutty
like
Yeah.
that though, like
'Cause
before
he-
his show, he's always been nutty like that.
Yeah, because
But
he's
there was-
He's been
kind
kind of sort of nutty,
When
Oh.
even before he became like the talk show.
of quirky.
Yeah, just kind of.
what did he
Yeah.
do before this talk show?
he did just kind of like general reporting
just-
stuff.
yeah.
Like I was talking to Robbie earlier about
videos. Like,
he exposed this thing called Bohemian Grove like 20 years ago, and back then he wasn't nearly as like loud.
yeah,
Like he sounded like more like a normal person.
yeah,
Like you go back 20 years and he sounded more like a normal person. And so what I'm thinking, it could be that he created this character. I think another facet of it is that he surrounds himself with so much bizarre information that people just don't believe in, I don't think there's any way that you can come out of that like that journey without being a little crazy.
I think it's also partially because I see what you mean there,
Mhm.
but I think it's mostly the crowd that he hangs out with, or his not only his
Oh,
audience,
totally.
like
Yeah.
also
They
kind of like memeing
feed
him, and they keep feeding his fire.
No,
Not
but
only
there's
that,
some
like
people,
the
Who
Let
does,
him
Alex,
finish, let
his
him finish.
coworkers, you know.
who does Alex Jones call a friend? Who does Alex Jones go to hang out with?
The
when he
frogs.
needs a friend.
He
The
does-
frogs.
the frogs.
Joe Rogan a little bit.
Joe Rogan.
A
Rogan,
little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
I don't know. It's
Such a weird personality. You never consider like a personality like that, just kind of hanging and chilling out with a friend, or like with a group of people.
I mean, he
Like,
is a person.
Yeah, he's a
He
person.
hangs out. I think he's just like that. Like, you know how like we lose like 90% of our brain cell when we're in a room together.
mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I think that's mainly
I-
you, huh?
I think he just goes saying like that. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be an idiot. People are paying me to be an idiot, and then yeah.
I don't know if he's like that all the time. I mean, I don't know if he's doing it just because he thinks he's an idiot.
Someone's at your door. I think.
Yeah, I think
Dogs are
I
hooked
think
up.
my mom's getting my grandma or something.
My dog will go investigate.
I don't know. He's an interesting guy for sure. I think, like, I used to think he was just retarded when I first saw him when I was like 16. He was like, yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot. This guy has Asperger's, and he probably does.
I mean,
But I
I
mean-
still think he's retarded.
But I know, but there's some shit that he says that has like some amount of truth. It's like he sounds like a retard. Like I saw a video comparing Elon Musk to Alex Jones, and they were in essence saying the same thing, but because of their behavior and the way they
put
worded
it, yeah.
things, Alex Jones looked like a fucking idiot, and Elon Musk looked like a fucking genius. And they're both explaining like the same concept. You know.
Also, you gotta understand, Elon Musk is already well like.
Speaking to the mic.
respected.
His image.
Someone's
huh?
at
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, Elon Musk is already well respected compared to
Oh, yeah.
Alex Jones.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, of
Oh yeah,
course
dude,
he's gonna
people
see
shit
what-
on Alex Jones so
yeah,
hard.
'cause-
He also has the image of a successful businessman. Not only that, he is largely like he's in a technical field.
Oh, we've been streaming for an hour and 20
You don't
minutes.
stop. Keep going.
Oh,
Go faster.
Oh, damn, we already been here for an hour.
An hour and 20
It
minutes.
goes
yeah.
fast, huh?
Hey, what was that?
It
What
goes
was that
fast.
German guy's name again? Wolfen.
Waffen Cedar.
Wolfen Cedar. Do you want us to continue in this chat?
Huh? Oh, Chet, you want us to keep going, or is this interesting?
What's
Yes.
Did Waffen Cedar say anything about Alex Jones?
He says Alex Jones is semi-right. He's
Semi-right,
missing some
yeah.
truths about hidden hand that runs the show.
That's the scary part, right? The hidden hand. That's
Hmm.
the one thing I mean, like I like talking about conspiracy theories, but there's comes a point when it becomes kind of scary to talk about because like there's some shit that like for instance when Mike was talking about the CIA and how fucked up they were basically formed by Nazis. And that sounds crazy, but I mean if you research it after World War II, we took
Operation Paperclip.
we took in some Nazis and they're running the show. You know, they're helping us run the show. I don't know what they're doing now. You know, like I was talking to my dad about it, and he was telling me all about it and stuff. Like, and this was all happening in the '60s and all the bullshit they were doing for communism and all that dumb shit. But it's like I don't know what they're doing now. Like, what happened from the '60s to now? I'd have to do the research. to
Bro,
see what
Waffen
he's
Cedar
doing.
just dropped another huge bomb. Do you remember what he said last podcast?
about.
He said, to learn who rules over you, you simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
just
Did he say that again?
Yeah, he said like remember that I said that. I mean, that's true. That's big facts.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Wait, who
but
are
I
we
don't
not
exactly
allowed to
remember who
criticize?
said it.
What's that?
Who are we not allowed to criticize?
Liberals.
just-
Liberals.
The liberals are.
Honestly, I feel like in some cases it's also the African American community. A lot of
Yeah.
people get they even touch it or even bring it up as a subject, they get canceled or it's
Yeah.
just
I
like they get a
feels
lot
the
of fun.
Jews-
It's and I can understand.
Oh, I think that
The Jews are in on it.
I
Well,
think
I mean, they own most of the bank, so you know.
No.
Goddamn Jews.
I don't know, but by that case, everything's just a what's it called? A mind restraint.
Yeah.
It's if you care, if not, if you want, you're still. I think in every case, it's kind of if you care or not.
Yeah. That's
Like if you know the consequences, it's whether or not you care for them or not.
right.
But yeah, did he say yes? He wants us to continue. By
Yeah.
the way,
Okay.
Oh,
You
alright,
think,
alright.
you think
I'll do
the
this one for
Vatican
you, buddy.
controls shit?
The Vatican.
Yeah, I don't think the Vatican controls as much shit as the Jews does. I'm not shitting on
I've-
the people who enjoy the religion. I'm shitting on the people who's on top of it. You know.
I heard I heard this from Joe Rogan. I don't know much about the Vatican, but I know that they have a telescope.
They
Or
do.
a telescope, right? It's a telescope.
They have a fucking like. They have an underground like you know how like the Egyptian have the mummy thing.
Yeah.
Like, they have that shit.
It was.
The
It was. Wasn't it the
catacombs, right?
first? Wasn't it
Catacombs.
like the first like?
Wait,
big
no, the catacombs
telescope?
are in
In
England.
France.
Oh wait, no, is it France? Is
think
it
there's
stretched
a
all the way to
telescope.
England though?
I have no fucking clue.
It's really fucking elaborate, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like too in depth on it.
I don't know. I forget if they.
But I do they have vampire hunters? I'm still curious about that. Is that a thing? I mean, I watch that stupid Dracula show on Netflix, and I'm curious.
Talking about Castlevania.
No, not Castlevania.
Castlevania's fucking sick.
Fuck.
No, Castlevania is type of shit.
The thing about
excuse
the
me.
Vatican's, I'm pretty sure, I forget if it's a telescope or something like that, and it's like one of the first ones like ever made by humanity. And I just heard this from Joe Rogan.
Is it like the one that Galileo was building?
I think so. But dude, they fucking guess what the name of the telescope is?
Is it like a demonic name?
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be fucking sick.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
damn, that's fucking sick.
They,
Lucifer?
yeah,
Actually?
they named it Lucifer
Oh, it's maybe because like
like
maybe it's symbolic.
angel of light, right?
Oh no! I
No,
thought
no,
it was
no.
because they looked into space. They're like,
That
this
it
looks like
kills
hell.
God. No.
It looks like hell.
I thought it'd be more metaphorical, as in like this. It shows and improves that God is not existent, and you know what it's like God's enemy. It's Lucifer.
You know, that's
I think maybe that might be more. what they're
I
going
can see
for.
that angle. You know, actually, that'd be fucking sick.
Because it's just like how like science killed God. Or we
Would God be
killed
an alien if he's real?
No, what the fuck?
Well, would he
No.
be considered an alien?
Dude,
'Cause
I have
we can't see his form, can
I think
we?
he'd be Middle Eastern.
Oh,
No, it's like
I-
actually like.
I think I guess.
No,
it'd be
it's
middle-
because
like-
in the
people
name
were
of
like,
Jesus, yeah.
people
No,
were,
I
like,
thought
depending
should
on
it be
how-
African?
Speaking of the mic, Michael.
People have done like science and they've calculated like they go through all the stories and they like pinpoint that like the most of the Bible stuff takes place in the Middle East,
Yes,
or, like Israel
yeah.
and all this shit. They're like most likely if God or Jesus were to come back, they would most likely be Middle Eastern.
No,
I think
no,
Jesus for sure.
I'm not.
Well, I
talking,
don't know about
God's
God.
like-
I'm talking like
Jesus, God.
overall God. You know how like humans first started in Africa.
Wasn't God supposed to be incomprehensible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing he should be like African,
Some
right?
little crafty type
If-
shit.
No,
Dude.
or Egyptian, dude. That'd be so hype. Some
Honestly,
bald
I
guy-
think it'd be
some
hype.
bald- You know like Mortal Kombat 11, the guy who stopped
Okay.
time. Someone comes down
Geras?
looking someone come down looking like that. Like, yo, I'm God. I can respect that.
Gears
Dude,
from Mortal Kombat.
I think
11
I'd
is
prefer if we actually have like a Lovecraftian God. Like we are actually
That'd be
because
sick.
That would be
going back to what we first started the podcast with like how there are no aliens or there are
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
aliens,
You mean
as in like
Cthulhu?
everything that we got like our sentience and then our our emergence of technology was sped up by these alien gods,
Mm.
and now we just have an overlord like a fucking what's it called, yeah, Cthulhu overlord just watching and waiting for us to actually develop into a what's it called, a tier 1 species.
Tier 1, yeah, we're about to enter tier 2
Yeah,
pretty
we're-
soon.
Yeah, we
Nah,
need to be.
No,
S tier.
we're in tier 0. We're about
So, yeah.
we need to enter tier
Oh,
1.
we're not.
Tier
never
1, I
mind.
think,
I'm-
is-
I'm mistaken.
We harvest the energy of our sun.
Yeah.
That's
Tier 2
fucking
is what?
badass.
Galaxy travel?
Mhm.
Bobby, do you
Galactic
know,
travel?
do you know about
Galactic
the
travel
different
and
tiers?
galactic.
Somebody
yeah.
explain the different tiers of a civilization of Robbie.
Oh, let me just pull up the.
Yeah, just look it up because
Tier
I
one-
don't know it
To
off the
reach
top of my
tier
head.
1, you have to be able to harvest the energy of a star, which is hard. I don't know if you know that. It's kind of hard. We
Wait,
didn't
would
know-
No
would a
shit.
moon count as a star?
No.
What
No?
the?
I want you to look. I want you to tell me right now if the moon is a goddamn star.
Or no.
I want you to tell me right now if the moon is a
Not-
goddamn star.
Not the moon. I meant
Does
like,
the moon radiate energy?
I don't know. Does it? Have
I mean, it still has a core.
have we
It's
ever
not
been on the
completely
moon?
dead, right?
Yeah, can we heart? Yeah,
It's a rock.
it's a rock.
It's a rock, yeah,
It's a
but
big rock.
Does the moon have a core?
No, it's a
It's a
rock.
fucking rock.
It's a rock.
Just
which
a
moon
rock,
has a
right?
core? Is it one of Jupiter's moons?
It's Jupiter.
Probably one of
It's
Jupiter.
just Jupiter.
Dude, Jupiter's moons are wild.
Well, technically it's the sun, so it's not moon.
But like no, so to reach tier 1, you have to harvest the energy to star. To reach tier 2, I'm pretty sure is like
Did you have
easy,
to like
galactic travel, as in like easy
How many tiers are
travel
there?
throughout the
Just
galaxy.
4, right?
I think there's only 3.
Wait, wasn't there?
I
Wait, wait,
thought-
wait,
I thought
wait,
there was
wait,
one
wait,
where
wait,
it's
wait,
like
wait.
you don't
Three is
need a
like-
metaphysical
Wait,
form.
wasn't tier 1 supposed to be like you have to be able to use every single resource on your planet or something?
He's looking it up right now.
Yeah,
Mikey,
yeah,
look
okay.
into
Tier 1 isn't like you have to be able
No,
to.
no, yeah,
Speaking to the
type
mic,
1.
Mikey.
Type 1 is we use everything on our planet.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
harvest
that's what
our
I thought.
energy from the
We're
That's what I
planet.
thought.
wasteful as fuck.
Type 2 is our solar
Solar
system.
system.
Type 3s are fucking or galaxy.
Tier 3 is gonna take a while.
Dude, that'd be crazy if we actually ever
Oh my
get
God, I'm a fucking
technology
Dogs are wildin'.
to escape our fucking
I'll take your headphones, sir.
what's it called, our galaxy, and enter another
It's
one.
not like we're gonna ever like. It's not like we're gonna ever.
I don't think we
experience
will
it.
live that. Hell no, we won't. But
Okay.
like,
But
Here's
Gundam
a-
is gonna be so fucking epic.
Here's another question: if given the opportunity, like 10 years down the line, they're like, "Hey, we want you to participate in an experiment. We wanna freeze you, and like we're gonna
Photogenesis?
cryogenesis. We're basically gonna be like,
Cryogenesis,
hey, we're gonna
fuck.
freeze you, and we're gonna wake you up like 500 years down the line. We're not sure if it works, but we're pretty confident that we can do this. But like, we're not too sure. Would you do that? Like,
So like
at some
Fry
point?
from Futurama?
well,
Kind
we
of, yeah.
kind of stumbled upon it, but it depends on how my life is going at the moment. Like,
Fuck yeah, I'll
if I
fucking
was
do
if
it.
I was 50 years old, all right. If I have a kid who's like in college and shit, like I'd be like, fuck yeah, sign me up for.
Get me the
sign me
fuck
up for that shit.
out of here.
Wait, cryo sleep?
Cryo sleep, dude.
why 50 years old? I'd say if I was what's it called, just like down on my luck and whatever, and I'm still young, I'd fucking do it. I'd do it in a
Well, I
heartbeat.
mean, if you're
Give me
down
some
your luck,
money
do
and
it
then,
anyways.
huh?
But like, I don't know, like.
Bro, what if you end up at like in fucking Idiocracy?
Oh God.
Dude, that'd be fucking awful.
Wait, you think aliens have a concept of love, or they just like kind of assimilate, like just copy themselves?
Simulate.
I don't-
It
I
depends.
don't
We
Dude,
don't
fucking
really
know.
I'm
know.
like
What the
really
fuck?
interested in like hive species, at least for aliens.
Oh, I don't know if we ever meet them.
Yeah. If they
Yeah,
ever
we'll
come to
find
fuck us
out.
up.
That'd be cool.
But wouldn't there be a big limitation on the hive mind? Like the civilization
They
will only
just suck
develop
and
as
leave.
much as.
They suck and leave. They're like, all right, this planet looks cool.
No. I'm talking
We're gonna
about
steal their shit and we can get the fuck out of here.
no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
Steal
talking
their
about
people, steal their
development,
women.
and what's it called? Constant evolution.
Well, the point of a hive mind is that like when it
You
assimilates
all
the
work
knowledge. So
together.
if it takes over something, it assimilates
It's
that
not-
knowledge into its core being.
Yeah, and then you can like.
So then,
make
with
something
with
good.
more
Well, but
knowledge, it
if
can
it-
use to grow with what it initially has.
Yeah, but wouldn't there be a limitation to the growth factor? Not only that,
Well,
it has to cap at some point,
Yeah,
right?
there's always a limit.
To a
on-
hive mind.
Yeah, well,
Like, 'cause
basically, like,
organically,
how-
you can't
how
have-
how many planets there are. There is gonna be a limit. They're gonna hit the point where life just repeat the same process again,
Meant to
and
say
then
this
they're gonna be
earlier,
like,
but
we already
like
learned this. I
CIA,
guess we're the
Elon Musk
we're the
looking to
ultimate self.
Incute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean by there's a cap? Like,
Like-
clarify what you mean.
Like
by
they're
that.
they're gonna go to another planet and they'll be like, wait,
That's
we've been
sus as
going to
fuck.
like different planet and we are throughout our like hive mind we already experienced this and we already have this knowledge because the planet's going through the same like step of evolution.
Mhm.
Like we don't need this shit anymore, unless they somehow battle another hive mind and they'll
The
be-
hive mind like cucks itself. It comes and it's like, what
Yeah.
even is life?
What
Like,
is
we're
life
Outta, we're,
and
we out of here. And
We're
the
like
fucking hive mind
ultimate
kills
cell.
itself.
We're getting the fuck out of here. They achieve immortality.
I don't know. I can't even fathom how fucking alien hive mind would be.
I mean, we
Just,
can do.
just
we,
watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah, just
Oh,
watch Rick
you
and
ever-
Morty.
you know the Dead
You're actually
Space,
fine.
Fuck.
Oh fuck.
I think
Totally.
that'd probably be close to what I assume
Ooh.
something like that would be.
Dead Space.
Dead
Ooh.
Space
Dead
is fucked
Space.
up.
Dude, I fucking love Dead Space.
That's a fucked up future.
Yeah,
if that's what's in
I haven't
store.
played that game in fucking forever.
Pretty much what it's like is like there's these like pylons that force genetic evolution from dead cells, and that's essentially what you see in Dead Space is just like forced evolution.
Weren't they kind of like the flood from Halo?
They didn't infect. It wasn't an
Oh,
infection.
Okay, never mind.
These pylons basically were just like, hey, we got these dead cells here. How about we just force you to go through like millions of years of evolution, but we do it in 10 minutes. And they're like, it's just like, okay.
You fucking
It's
die.
like, you're this abomination. It's like, fuck it. Just go kill other things so we can have
Wait,
more.
how do you evolve that fast?
Oh,
Wait,
but
wait.
like the other
It was
thing
like
was,
some alien type shit. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly.
there's a fuck. I fucking
There's also hive.
It's been a while.
Hive mind in Dead Space, right?
yeah. It was kind of a hive mind. It was they were. I forgot if America or not America. Someone stumbled across it in the first Dead Space. I think that's where it started, and like it started radiating a signal or a frequency,
That's what starts the
Right.
evolution.
and then it makes them go crazy because like you're starting to not be yourself essentially. Not only that, it's a hive mind in the sense that you are going to evolve. You're going to evolve to their point, so that they could use you and pilot you to further like spread their seed across the galaxies. Yeah. So biologically, they're not existent, but like they have a higher being of existence.
It was
something
called
that's
like the ethereal moon or some shit like that.
oh, Ethereal Moon was part of it. Yeah.
It's called the ethereal moon. Something along those lines. I'm pretty sure.
All right, what did Waffenseeder say now?
All right.
That's a big paragraph.
Waffenseeder is gone, and he's basically blown open huge conspiracy. So he says, meant to say earlier about the CIA and Elon Musk, look into uncut, their commercial branch of the CIA that funds them. They also fund Musk's former PayPal partners companies, Palantir Technologies. Also, the hidden hand is the oligarchy of international bankers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then he says,
that would make sense.
It's the world's largest shadow bank. They
Mhm.
run almost everything in the financial world. Oh shit.
I still remember watching part of that too, of people trying to shed light, like and how like we try to keep America out of the entire like banking of Europe,
Yeah.
but eventually it got them, and like it was just too good of a deal for our fucking what's it called, our not electorals.
They
Yeah,
have
right.
too much money.
Yeah, they just had too much money, too much power, and then they just kind of succumbed to it
It's
too.
just fucking money, huh? It's just fucking money.
Money, property,
Money rules everything. huh?
influence.
It's just money.
Just paper, man.
Well, not really. It's technically-
Everything goes to
idea.
shit. When everything goes to shit, dude, not gonna fucking matter. It's not gonna fucking matter.
When it goes to shit, right? Because then, but I mean, like when everything's going according to plan. Like,
Which
what the
it
fuck
is
does that
right
even mean?
now.
Like, when things are going to plan,
How do you work in a shadow bank?
When the masses are kept stupid and not unaware of what's actually going on.
Well, the
what's
internet
behind
is
the
kind
scenes.
of like fucking that all up right now. That's why there's so much barrier, and it's really like bothering me because some governments are releasing shit, talking shit about like Tor, which Tor is also controlled by
U.S.
someone. They're gonna like censor it by somehow, but I don't know. They're like, yeah, you know, Tor, you automatically is a drug addict, or you know, watch kitty porn. Or,
Can you-
I don't know.
Can you explain?
Wait, sorry,
so-
I have no idea. What
Can you explain to me exactly what Tor is? Because I know Tor like basically like doesn't make it so that you're untrackable on the web. Or what exactly does Tor do?
It's just better Google.
Well, like, but like,
Are you talking about the Tor browser?
Tor
Yeah,
browser.
Tor,
we're
like
talking
the-
about Tor browser.
yeah,
the
Tor
browser.
browser.
Oh,
It just
so
lets you
that's just a-
access,
Yeah,
like-
no, it's just a browser, so you can go on.
That's
yeah,
it?
You
It
can go
just-
on anything.
Google,
There's no
Yahoo,
censorship.
everything is just what's it called?
It's
Yeah,
just
it's censored,
streamlined?
and it
But
makes you, it gives you only like the surface
It's
of what
more-
all the
it-
research
it's more
and searches would
low-key,
be. Yeah.
basically. than
Okay.
more-
It's like less protection, I guess.
So Tor is just basically a glorified search engine for the deep web in a way.
Yeah, it's the deep.
Does it not
It
like
is
protect?
not-
Does
it's
it not
not-
protect you?
It's not
No,
glorified.
it's not like it doesn't protect you.
No, it
but it's
does. Like
you
you
open up to everywhere.
You can't get like you can't get your info. They can't keep your information.
Right.
Well, they can, but like not as bad as Google.
All right, this Waffenseeder says it's protocol. Tor is protocol. It layers your connection by using peer-to-peer connections.
Yeah, there
It
you go.
changes your IP each time. It was also developed by the military.
Yeah, I remember. I know it's developed by military. They also released it to the civilians because if anyone was to connect with this kind of IP or like this kind of a what's it called? You know, they're from this server or this usage. I forgot what it was. They would know that this is a fucking like this is a CIA dude or this is someone from the U.S. military. So they had to release it in mass so that it could be anonymous, that no one knows who is, if that makes sense. Who is.
you know something? When Waffenseeder's not talking about Hitler, he's actually kind of smart.
Waffen theater is just
Uh-oh.
smart in general.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Narvi.
Uh-oh.
I said when he's not talking about Hitler.
But yeah, I mean,
Shit, bro.
it's
I gotta go
protocol?
soon.
Oh,
what,
yeah,
do you
those
mean
are-
by it's
yeah.
protocol?
Fine.
I know
shit.
that it's
Yeah.
You wanna?
All right, we've been streaming for an hour and
for a
40
while.
minutes.
Oh, shit.
Fuck,
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
I
I
felt
feel
like
like
I
I
feel,
ended early, but
This
I
is
think I
already
gotta
like.
go.
This is already
Is
late.
it? Oh,
It is
oh.
already.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Alright.
remember when you said like, "Oh man, how are we gonna make the podcast an hour long? What the fuck?"
that was you. That was you.
That
who
was
said
you.
that. No, that was
That
you. You
You're
don't.
trolling me.
You're trolling.
You're the
trolling.
motherfucker who
You're
said that. I
trolling.
was like, "I will make it last like 2 hours or maybe more," because I was thinking of Joe Rogan, and you're like, "How are we gonna make it that long?"
You're trolling me.
There's
Bro.
only so much you could talk about in 1 week. I'm like, all right, I guess you're right.
I know you're trolling me.
I'm not, dude. Either you, I'm in a fucking alternate timeline because that's bullshit. You're the motherfucker who's like,
I'm
no, just make
getting-
it
I
an
don't
hour.
remember. I'm getting trolled.
I don't remember. I'll be honest.
Are we getting into podcast here, buds?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what? Yeah, fuck it. I feel like we're about to talk about some conspiracy shit. Yeah, we should probably end it here.
Save for next
Actually, wait. What does
next time.
Waffenseeder say?
It says, "Good show, boys."
Good show. All right, fuck it. Yeah.
All
let's-
right, thank you, Waffen.
Call it a night.
Thank you, Waffenseeder.
I'm fucking hungry,
Fucking
dude.
legend, Chad.
Good one, man.
And
Hope to see you next time, Waffle Cedar.
Thanks for popping by, guys. Have a good night.
Don't listen to Michael. He's stupid.